Okay. I think I should be in. Oh, damn, I see there's a war starting in the chat already over the waifus.
Yes,
And
yes.
we have the Hap overlay on.
I already have almost enough points to spend 2k next week on embracing waifus.
Yeah, and the best part is if you fail, you get all the points back.
I have a feeling if we win, we get it too. Or did we lose last week?
No, you got it for like 15 minutes, I think, maybe a bit more.
And I believe we have a new record for this campaign. Only
Oh.
10 minutes after intended start time, and we are
didn't
attempting our
start
first
yet,
load-in.
you know. We didn't start yet.
No, I'm saying this is our first attempted load-in. That is a new record. I never said we were successful.
That's true. Okay, I can also remove all the frame stuff and add the hub. And yeah, things are looking good. And we got yeah, don't type in yet, it's the meme box, so that's not good.
Yes, do you mind it? If everything breaks, we now blame Plumbus because he typed in the box.
Who is Plumbus?
Isn't it you? Oh no, it's not you.
Yeah, I don't know why. At the start of every session, I get Tibet has refused to grant us military access.
And let's see, is it Brazil again? That's the Brazil is not the number. We don't have any number then. Nice.
I'm not number.
I'm a free man. What war are we starting with?
Mind you, I have to point out, it is Tibet. Tibet does not exist.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's weird.
It's broken.
Yeah, we're gonna be starting super fast this week. We're gonna maybe even make over 30 years if it's going to be like this.
That's until we hit 1 speed because everyone's trying to kill each other.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure a lot of stuff is going to happen pretty soon.
I'm off.
Yeah, see ya.
I was
Good
doing
luck.
something last week, and I said to myself, I need to do this next week when the game starts, but I can't remember what I was doing.
Yeah, I actually few times I was keeping notes about what to do at the start of next session. Yeah, we start.
I actually forgot. Damn.
Cheers. Let's play a drinking game every time someone forgets something they were supposed to do. Take a drink.
Yeah. Every time I double my economy in one session.
It's gonna be
would need
once
to
per
get
session at most. What kind of drinking game is this?
280 income do I need to have next session?
I mean, it's not impossible. How much are you making from trade?
From trade, 24.
Yeah, actually, a bit of a problem for you is because of all the gold, you're not making that much trade goods for trade.
Yeah, but I'm just in a really bad position for trade, so.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe if you got a bit more percent in Panama, then maybe, but other than that, it's...
I remember for what I needed to do. I needed to build a giant fleet this session. Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Oh yeah! I needed to make 20 cannons. Yeah, I remember it. Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
wow.
But I think right now the combat width is more than 20, so you probably want like 30 total.
I already have 10 cannons, so 20
okay.
would make a hit.
Yeah, that's fair. If anyone is on stream, could tell me if the sound is okay, by the way. I'm not sure if anyone's there.
I'll test it.
Okay, so if you could... Test. Basically, the only real wars we have going right now is China still going into Russia, and Byzantium is kicking Sweden out of Russia as well.
Sound is okay.
Nice. Thanks. And, well, we'll see what will happen in Russia, because honestly, like, this war has been going for 20 years at this point. Yeah, even more. It's actually getting close to 30. And for the most part, it's been just a stalemate in Siberia, one side pushing a few provinces and the other, but the Chinese were able to push a few provinces forts deep over the mountains as well. And we'll see if they can continue going like this. Russia is not in a too healthy state. Yeah, Tibet is doing way better than Russia. They even have a bit manpower left as well. Wait. Damn! Typing is going 100 over force limit and is still doing okay. Like, someone must be giving him more money or paying his loans, maybe Hong Kong. And Hong Kong is giving him subsidies, but that's probably because of a trade deal they have. Yeah. Hong Kong has the majority of trade in Taiping. Still, that's just one loan for almost 30 years of fighting. We got
gonna be. Oh yeah.
Delhi doing a humiliation war on Russia, which is a fake war most likely. What is the current number of troops for both sides? It's still fairly even, but I think Taiping should be stronger when it comes to quality. Yeah, much higher morale. But other than that, it's okay. What happened? We Winter Wolf, and its Austria is lagging a bit. Where is he on the list? Yeah, he should be on time, so we should be able to unpause at this mode. What's going on? I think Shivir is... probably paused to lag and now is AFK. Oh, damn.
Where is Umar Noir?
Yeah, I think we are set on host only. You cannot unpause, right?
No.
Yeah, that's a good thing, but when the host isn't here, that's a problem. Well, take a drink every time we have on pause. We have a pause that's completely unnecessary.
I hear you drinking.
I should probably mute myself, but for the sake of companionship.
Oh. What is the military tech that most people have now? 17? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's 17.
I'm gonna dev. I have a lot of Diplo dev. Shall I dev gold mines or?
Yeah, always
get
gold
some,
mines first.
Or
Pretty sure.
dev some good trade goods.
Do you have anything better than gold? Or at least comparable? Oh, I guess...
I have a
cocoa is
cloth
good.
that I can. Yeah, I have a lot of cocoa. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Coffee
you actually
too.
have some cocoa provinces with pretty good terrain, like on grasslands and savanna, which is okay as well. But I think gold is better. Okay, what happened to Shavir? Yeah, maybe...
Oh, I also need to get manpower this session.
Oh god, please don't make it so that he actually went to sleep.
Where is he?
I'm looking for him in any voice chats, but
Yeah, if he was in one,
yeah, I don't see him
then
there. The game paused automatically, I think, because of the lag, and then yeah, it needs him to actually unpause.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Oh. Fine.
And we actually have a battle going starting in Russia. The terrain is going to be pretty much neutral, and typing is avoiding the crossing penalty. They have a slightly better leader, just 1 in shock, so not that much. Both have landfire damage, which is a pretty good trait on the general. So I think typing in theory should be able to win this. There is Scorched Earth on the province. Both sides have a lot of reinforcements available still. I think typing actually has a bit more because he has less troops in battle currently. I mean, for the time being, I'm still thinking the Chinese should be able to win this. Pretty sure. Both sides are reinforcing correctly and have correct artillery back rows. Just the morale. I mean, despite the morale advantage for typing, which is over 1.5 points, the Russians are holding pretty well, honestly. We're being at such huge disadvantage, but I think it just when they run out of reinforcement, it's going to collapse. Yeah, Russia has 40k and Chinese have almost 100k, and they are winning the battle currently.
Me and Brazil cleaned out our borders a bit.
Can't wait to see how. What do you mean by cleanup? I think in the end the Russians are going to fall. The morale advantage for Chinese is just too big. Yeah, I think it's because Austria is lagging a bit. It's constantly pausing. It's Fire Falcon, I think, on Discord, right? Who's Austria? No, that's Fire Falcon is GB. Fairy Tale. Yeah, because I don't think it should be possible to unpause them. So I think it's just Shivir is not the and we had such a good start as well.
Yeah.
We have a war between Poland. What? I don't think it's a real war, right? Poland is invading Serbia, but I'm pretty sure it's a fake war. Yeah, no one's doing any moves. And Serbia is withdrawing. It's probably a fake war to allow Poland to reach Russia.
Oh, come on.
Oh, we got out of sync.
Someone wants to buy one of my gold provinces.
BJ is out of sync. Wants to buy a province from you?
He also wants cocoa.
It's probably Hong Kong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. And yeah, Russia lost the Battle of Ryazan.
He will pay for it handsomely. Well, I don't need money actually, it's not a problem.
Okay, apparently Austria is going to get a better internet. Yeah, yeah, just as I thought, it's a fake war between Poland and Serbia. So now Russia is probably thinking it's a bit of a setup. Byzantium is still pushing into Sweden, and I don't think... Oh! Russia is actually unconning to typing, which I think at this point is a fair move. Wait, we are not on only host and pause because Byzantium
Why
just...
has Bob paused? Yeah.
Yeah, it's an unconditional. That's okay. Oh, there's a bot. WM Mander SPS 35. Are you a bot? Just out of curiosity. Give him a second.
Who is a bot?
Yeah, it's like a chat
Oh,
bot, but sometimes those people are actually real people.
How many views do you have right now?
Yeah, I don't think it's a real person. That's unfortunate. Well, there you go. I gave him a chance.
Was there a link in the chat?
There was you can just go to EO4 content. Yeah, Typing was bragging that he's going to take Muscovy, but yeah, I think it's not enough war score. And yeah, the border is quite horrible. At least Genoa and Typing are pretty similar in color, so it's not that bad, but it's still pretty bad. And all of the Siberia is cut off from Russia. Also, there's Russian Central Asia out of nowhere. And all the Chinese, and now we have to go like half a year back to China. It's actually quite a long run. Actually, at least Russia should be able to take back a fair bit of land out of Sweden. Even without Byzantine help, the Russians should be able to do pretty well. I think the British war is still going on. It's just that Munster peaced out. Why is Munster still Munster? And not actually... Oh, because he gets -10 death cost. Plus 20 global settler. Munster is... Oh, he has colonial ideas, so that's why he doesn't want to switch into Mexico or Texas. Probably Texas has better ideas, if I recall correctly. Why are we... Oh, we lost VJ now. VJ dropped. Yeah. I guess it's time to take a drink.
Yeah. Should I sell him land? I don't know.
No, don't. It's your gold. Stop selling land to people.
Well, he would pay a lot for it, and I can sell him a 3 dev province with gold, because I still have a lot of those.
I guess at this point, maybe. If you can build more manufactories.
Well, no. Fuck it.
Well, you should be waiting for Vijay because he's not in the war. Anyways, you should be getting ready to hot join pretty soon anyways. One thing I wonder is, are there the Jerusalem troops? Oh! They're going somewhere. I was thinking maybe they're going to Iberia, but not really, not yet. Oh, okay, here comes Vijay. And let's hope he doesn't desync immediately after hot join, which happens sometimes. At least he's hot joining pretty fast.
What would be a good price for a 3 dev gold province in jungle?
I mean, seeing as Hong Kong is quite rich, get him to pay you a couple of thousand, to be honest.
Yeah. At least. Gonna do like the real how do you call it? Those people. Gonna go for 5k.
Yeah, a fair price. And when you get like 10 manufacturers for it, depending on your inflation. You don't have inflation pretty much. So we are actually going to gain dev because I think every manufacturer is worth what, 4 diplo mana, diplo dev or something like this. Oh, UAR cannot be allied to Jerusalem, by the way. Yeah, the Jerusalem troops are not actually going anywhere. Oh, they got the eastern models for the troops. What? Sweden stuck white Byzantium? What? Yeah, he just won like 3 giant battles and got a lot of war scores from it. He used to be like minus 30. Damn. How is Sweden doing overall? He can hang on for a little while. At least. It's now Russia that's going to be pushing forward. The problem for Russia is that he's... yeah, he actually took all the loans that were available to him. And did he just embrace the global trade? Oh no, he didn't. Sweden is still packing a punch with their quality despite having fairly low numbers, like 2 combat widths of infantry and 1 stack of cannons. Here come Russians, and Byzantium is actually going to support, despite losing a lot of troops in... Oh, and there's more coming. Genoa is fighting Timurids. I wonder what will they do with all those cores that will become available to them. Because that's a lot of cores. Oh, wait.
In a month I'm gonna convert to Catholic.
I think Sweden just double stack wiped Russia. What? Damn. Yeah, I think Russia just lost 50k troops and Sweden is not stopping. How is he so strong? I'm honestly not sure. Like, he has very good quality. But that good is... damn.
Protestant or Catholic? What should I do?
We did buff Catholics in this mod somewhat, so I'm not actually sure. Oh, Sweden actually lost this one. This is surprising.
Let's go for Catholic.
Yeah, I mean, you won't have a lot of countries that will be competing with you for the Pope, but it's still Jerusalem and Austria, Livonian Order, and I think France is still Catholic despite having a lot of Protestant provinces. So maybe he's considering switching at some point. Looks like we have an Indian war starting. It's Nagpur going against Vijay, Delhi, and Mewar. And Nagpur is wasting no time, just going straight into Vijay. Looks like Delhi is going to sit this one out, and it's just Mewar and Vijay versus Nagpur. I mean, when it comes to numbers, I guess even if I don't count Delhi, the other Indians should have an advantage over Nagpur, but they're split up, so it's going to be all about how fast they can siege, and Nagpur is the one who's actually using barrages.
My god, what did converting do to me? My income gone down by 30.
Yeah, I mean, you lose what, 30%?
Yeah, and I lost 4 step. Now I'm -1.
Oh yeah, that hurts. Milan is at war with Florida. Oh yeah, I guess he's going for the one province Florida has on Sardinia.
Oh, but I see almost all of the world now, so it makes up for it.
Yeah, sorry, once again?
Yeah, now I see almost all of the world because I'm
Oh, that's you just found out.
yeah. Now
I
I
still
can
don't see Far
Russia.
East Asia actually.
A lot now, more than before. So.
Wait, yeah, India. Yeah, and there's not that many forts in Vijay. Vijayanagar might fall before Mewar makes it deep into Nagpur. It's honestly not looking too good. I mean, Mewar didn't take a single fort yet, and meanwhile, actually just one has fallen for Vijay. And yeah, I guess it was a level 1 fort, so it was pretty easy. And most of the Vijay forts are proper level 4s. So maybe it's not that bad. Mewar is sieging 3 at the same time, which is about equal to what's Nagpur doing. Vijay is trying to go for a battle, but yeah, it's 2 points of morale Discipline is actually favorable to Vijay, but 2 points of morale is way too much. Especially when you're fighting with smaller numbers. I mean, actually, Vijay's... Oh, the cannons are on the front line. I'm surprised Vijay managed to continue this battle for so long. Russia. How many Russians died? It's 2-1 for Sweden at this moment. And both Byzantium and Russia cannot push into Sweden yet. Damn. How is it possible? I mean, Sweden has not even 100k and they're still defending. I mean, they are running out of manpower and they're probably not having any mercs. No, they do have some. Yeah, at least those mercs have a bit of manpower. So yeah, Vijay is not really doing too well when it comes to trying to push Nagpur back. At this point, maybe they should consider taking Vijay troops and moving them to Mewar. They can maybe try to defend the island of Ceylon and then try to push through Nagpur. The problem is there's a lot of good forts in Nagpur. There's one on grasslands, one on farmlands, but that's just level 2. I don't think there's any way for Fiji to actually continuously win battles. Sweden is free, somehow, some way. The Milan is going to be sitting on this one province for a long time. He's not going to actually be able to get enough war score. Because that's just, what? Yeah, that's 0.5 and he'll get 40 from the war goal. And yeah, it looks like Britons took a few more provinces in Haiti. I'm actually not sure. Yeah, landing in the Caribbean for Milan is going to be pretty much difficult, if not impossible. The good part is there's no fleet for Florida, so he won't have to deal with their terrible navy. Terrible as in fearsome, because they have some pretty good ideas as a... Oh, actually the ideas are still colonial, but they are naval and maritime, so Milan pretty much has no chance.
I'm getting colonial events. Huh? I'm getting an event and it said, in the previously conquered lands of Lima, we found a relic.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to take you some time to actually convert.
It's only 4 months to convert one province, currently.
Yeah, still,
and
I
have
actually have 3 missionaries, that's...
Yeah, I embraced the counter-reformation. I didn't want to do that at first, but...
Yeah, you pretty much have to. You have a lot of provinces to convert, though. Like, a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, you only convert the Protestant ones so quickly. Your natives are a bit slower. It's gonna be a tough time for you.
Bit nation building.
And Sweden is somehow not... Oh, they're getting 60 ducats from United States. That's nice of United States to give them money. How rich are the mighty US? Yeah, 200 income. That's respectable. I mean, it's not that much compared to Munster, who has almost twice that much, but still. Not terrible.
Oh, okay. I hope Munster can give me some money then.
Yeah, Munster is super rich. I think Hong Kong is still the richest. Yeah, Hong Kong is making almost 900 ducats per month. That's crazy. Then is Jerusalem, and I think Munster is third. I don't think there's any nation in Europe that can possibly compete. Yeah. The Indians are not that rich as well, to be honest. Vijay was fighting another battle, but it ended pretty much like the last one, and I think some of his troops are not really withdrawing in a good direction. Yeah, it's not a good position to be. They should be able to... yeah, they should not be stack wiped immediately. They could withdraw a bit more to the north and be protected by the 2 forts. But still, it's not a good position. They need to use their transports. Oh yeah, we lost Austria. For the time being, hopefully he'll be able to hot join. Mewar took 2 forts so far, and he's actually sieging without using his cannons, which is not the most optimal way to go. Yeah, just feel like Vijay is going to fall before Mewar gets even a chance of doing anything. Then again, Mewar should be able to fight pretty much equally against Nagpur. I think right now he has a bit more troops. Yeah, Vijay has about half. So if Vijay was actually able to support Mewar in battles, then they might be able to do pretty well. Yeah, they are protecting the islands, so Nagpur won't be able to completely occupy Vijay. But it's going to hurt. Russia and Byzantium are going for round 2 into Finland, which is honestly like Vietnam for all of Europe, both Russia and HRE. Is everyone drilling? Yeah, Hanover is drilling, Netherlands are drilling, Lübeck is drilling. Portugal, the one province they have left, is drilling as well. How much professionalism they have? Hanover has almost 100% professionalism, which is actually starting to become fairly meaningful. Okay, Austria is coming back. Hopefully with the upgraded internet.
Upgraded.
Yeah, he said something about switching to a different setup or something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be there after the break because I'll be watching TV. So I just have my PC right to me, but I won't be in the call.
Yeah, sure.
That is the good thing about a laptop. You can take it wherever you want and still play.
Yep. And here go the Russians again. They have exactly the same general except for the 10% fire damage. Swedes have plus 10% artillery combat ability, but I think that's a bit weaker than fire. And yeah, Swedes this time are not doing as well as they did last time. It's the numbers that are catching up to them.
I think I'll be converting my gold mines first.
Yeah, I think it's fair. And yeah, now Russians are probably able to push at least through Finland, but there are a lot of forts in Sweden. On the other hand, they already have 52% and the ticking war score. So they only need just a bit more to be able to 100% Sweden. Oh, Nagpur is actually going for Mewar, and it looks like Mewar didn't really anticipate that move because... I mean, I'm not sure. Yeah, he's getting a -2 on this fort. The same leader as Nagpur, and his reinforcements are getting caught with no cannons. So they're gonna get beaten as well. At least Vijay used the time to capture one fort and move his troops to Delhi, so now he can actually connect with Mewar's troops. But if he gets caught alone against Nagpur, that's gonna be bad for him. And at the same time, most of forts in Vijay that actually protect anything are pretty much conquered. Yeah, what is Vijay doing right now? Looks like he's trying to siege some stuff, but yeah, I don't think it's really a good idea, and I think he realizes this as well. I really think he and Mewar should just unite their forces and go against Nagpur together, because there's not much more Vijay to conquer actually, and together they should be able to actually win battles, which is the most important thing. Yeah, for the time being they didn't win a single land battle. By the way, we have the Tengri Shan that was supposed to be in plans for the last 200 years. And yeah, he's just all cavalry everywhere. Ah, he actually has a stack of infantry. But other than that, it's just cav. And he's drilling them as well. So they will have a lot of shock damage. Russia was still not able to destroy a single fort of Sweden. Okay, finally. Now he just move his troops here, and here he will be able to just siege this one with no issue, and force offensive battle from the Swedish forces. Still, a lot of Russians and Greeks died in this fight. Yeah, I'm afraid they're gonna let Sweden just defend the fort, which... Huh. There's a lot of rebels in Central Asia. Most of them in Russia, because Russia has actually no access to those provinces. Even though he has enough of them in here that he could just recruit mercenaries and just beat the rebels, but I guess he's just a bit too busy to deal with those. And it's probably not like those provinces are worth that much anyways. Meanwhile, Mewar and Vijay are still not working together. Nagpur is moving his troops more towards east. Sweden is going for a snipe on Byzantine 16k, which is just a really weird stack and 8-8 infantry and artillery. It might have ended pretty bad for Sweden actually, for Byzantium. I really wish the Indians would actually unite versus Nagpur. And yeah, now Mewar is fighting versus just the 100k, this is like half army of Nagpur, and he's still losing. And now Vijay is gonna lose as well. He might take at least this fort, maybe? Oh yeah, he wasn't even lucky. He got stack wiped. And I think that's gonna be... Yeah. With numbers advantage, Nagpur is pretty much guaranteed to win versus Vijay. Vijay is out of manpower and is starting to take loans. Actually, quite a few as well. Mewar as well, he actually at least has some manpower left. And Nagpur has taken, wow, it's, quite a few loans. But yeah, it's nowhere close to actually bankrupting.
What is Delhi doing?
Delhi is not taking part, he's actually pissed out already.
Why?
Yeah, I heard
You
that.
should all take 3DX.
Yeah, that's what I would want to, but apparently Delhi and Shan are going to have a go at it as well. Between each other. How is that?
Or
Mewar
Delhi and
actually-
Shan in the fight.
Yeah. Mewar is actually 1 Miltech ahead of Nagpur, and this is a pretty big one because it's a new cannon unit and a new infantry unit, so in theory, I'm not sure when he took the tech. Oh yeah, pretty recently I think. And Nagpur won't be able to take it for a long time, so maybe this will allow Mewar to get some winning battles finally. Yeah, he didn't switch the unit type yet, so at least not the infantry. Oh no, that's cavalry. Never mind. VJ's
Holland
gonna
is
lose.
colonizing in Canada.
Who?
Holland.
Yeah, they actually managed to run away during the whole, like, the time they were released from UK in Holland, in Holland area.
Yeah, there are five
And
provinces now.
the Shan Delhi War is about to begin.
Yeah, I heard even before. There's a lot of elephants.
Hong Kong and I finally got a round of steering trade through Hangzhou, so we're pushing 160 through my trade node, which makes Cape worth a total of 350.
350? Where?
Cape.
Ah, Cape, okay.
Yes. This
Yeah,
is, mind you, Hong Kong has a 145% trade efficiency.
Yeah, SK over 1000 now because he was around 900. He's pretty close.
He makes 870 from trade alone right now.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. The Delhi war is starting, and actually Delhi is going for a molten fort. The one problem with having cavalry only is he won't actually be able to assault forts. But he should be doing pretty well when it comes to actual battles. He's fighting at -2, and the quality of armies are fairly equal for both sides. And not counting the cavalry, of course.
I actually have to tune into the stream because I'm too lazy to send a condo.
Yeah, it's... So Delhi has like 100k more troops compared to Shan, but of course cavalry is stronger than infantry usually. And I think we're on a cavalry tech, 17. But it's actually not looking that great for Shan. I mean, he's fighting on a modern fort. With a pretty bad leader as well, a 1-3.
Sean said going in that his generals are pretty terrible.
Yeah, I mean, Delhi generals are not much better, but...
One of the downsides of hugboxing, like most of Asia is doing, is our army tradition becomes trash pretty fast. But at the same time, we have so many troops at this point that our best way to get troops is actually having our troops die. Oh, Manchu finally won expansion, is now filling up the Siberian frontier stuff.
Oh yeah, we still have Manchu player, yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna form king. I'm gonna give him Beijing long enough to form king.
Qing. Like
Qing.
China.
He's the king of China, so...
And yeah, Shan is just getting beaten back. I mean, the cavalry didn't really show their colors in this fight. It was a mountain fort, but still.
He is...
Yeah, Manchu
We
is...
are on the cav tech. We did just get new cav, tech 17.
Yeah, I mean 17 has been for a while. People are getting 18 at this point.
Okay, guys. 4 provinces for 10k.
Depends on the provinces.
They are all just 3 death, except one is 5.
Where are these provinces?
In Panama. 2 golds though, but
Yeah, but be careful not to give away
10k is a bit
provinces.
extreme.
Not to give out provinces that actually are important to you strategically. Like in Panama, that's a good choke point for you.
Talk about the one. Are you talking about the ones that border Munster?
Yeah. Those 3.
And you're getting 10k for them?
And the gold province underneath that, Chorotega too.
Okay, so he wants the 3 provinces plus the 1 gold. I mean,
Yeah.
for 10k, that's a pretty fair trade deal. Because like, so right now you make, what is that? 0.14. You make like 3 from the gold, and they're like, we are rounded up to 0.5. So you make like 0.5 from all the provinces per month.
By the way, despite losing their capital, looks like Sweden somehow managed to gain 20 positive war score. Looks like it's mostly from battles and war gold, but still.
You're talking about nearly 2,857 months of... If these provinces aren't devved up, that's how many months it would take. Is 240-ish years for those provinces. So basically, if you have no plan to dev those provinces, it's a great deal. The gold, obviously, is the most efficient to dev to get the money back. But 10k for those 3 provinces, considering all the terrain behind them is jungle, so you're not losing defensive terrain. You're not losing the the canal.
Damn, Sweden is pushing Russians and Greeks back
10k
again. 10k
ducats for those provinces is really good. It's Hong Kong, not Munster buying them.
Yeah, Hong Kong.
Yeah. Hong Kong's rich, so you can afford it.
Yeah, I mean Munster is pretty rich as well.
But yeah, if you plan to like dev those gold provinces soon, even then 10k is still a pretty good deal, because 240 years, you're talking about probably having to like...
Shit.
Well, there's only 4 demo. You can make the
I
gold.
rivaled him.
Did you rival Hong Kong?
Can you sell to rivals? I mean, you probably can, right? Why not?
What he can do... No, you can't, but what he could do is like insult me real quick, insult Zhejiang, and I can declare war and cancel it.
That's kind of weird. Cancel promises to rival. That's kind of weird.
Well, it's meant so that you can't like avoid the whole rivalry mechanic. By just basically...
Yeah, I mean, you can just avoid it anyway, but...
Yeah.
It looks like
did you see the meme? Did you see the meme of Manchu's rival tab? If you check what the relative strength of his enemies are, like he can rival. Because he has like 600 devs, so it allows him to rival. Oh wait, it doesn't allow him to rival me or...
Nope.
Get the screenshot real quick.
Yeah. I mean, he is still recovering. One day he'll be strong enough.
Yes, the game was allowing him to rival myself or Spielberg. And you can imagine the power difference disparity that it was displaying. A nice good 2,000% difference.
Yeah, that's about as much. Like naval with Hong Kong, it's 7,000%, so that's pretty significant as well. And yeah, it looks like Vijay is pretty much out of this war because he has 20k troops right now. I'm afraid that's...
I thought you were actually discussing about selling the land to Munster, but I guess Hong Kong works too. It also works if Hong Kong doesn't give mill access to Munster and you're hostile to Munster. Kind of basically have a new natural boundary. But anyways, if you fucked it up, as I said, you could, if you send an insult to me, I'm Zhejiang.
No, he's gonna declare on me and then I'm just gonna give him the other.
Oh, that works too. That also gives you revanchism, which is really good.
Well, and to irritate him, I'm gonna destroy the fort in one of the provinces I'm gonna sell.
Actually, he might not mind it that much. why would you even like? I guess for the rebels, but other than that. And yes, it looks like
I guess
Sweden just got a white peace with Russia.
Keep it there.
Oh, it's
Sweden is a desperate situation because no one will ally him, but he'd be a good ally if someone would.
Yeah, I mean, United States are giving him 60 ducats per month, which is pretty much the thing that's saving him. And someone paid all his loans as well, unless he bankrupted. No, someone just paid his loans.
The main issue is he has 31 corruption now. So that's 30%.
Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. Russia is doing much better when it comes to loans as well.
He's also 2 techs behind. Okay, that's terrible. Russia took tech 18 probably because he was at war with.
Yeah, but he didn't take any land from Sweden. And I'm not sure who actually won.
Probably because Russia was having issues with. Yeah, they're at 90k debt now. Russia currently has. Yeah, Russia currently has 50 loans, probably of their like 90 or 100.
Yeah, but he used to have way more, actually, like 30 or even more.
The total debt's reduced because he has 51% revanchism from losing the war, which
but
decreases
the loans
interest.
get lowered as well?
Yeah, because the total loan balance is calculated based on basically the base cost of the loan plus interest. Because revanchism reduces the interest, the total cost of the loan is technically reduced. Because while you won't,
but I don't
while
mean
you
the
won't
cost.
get
I
a
mean
discount.
I mean the number of
you
loans.
The total number? I didn't know that changed, but yeah. The total number of loans shouldn't change.
Yeah, I think he had like 15
But the
more,
total value of the loans will be reduced because while he won't get a refund on the interest already paid, he does get the discount rolling forward.
Yeah.
So I think it went down from like 100k to 90k, which is pretty nice. It's still he probably has to bankrupt build.
I mean, he can take 100 more loans. It's not that bad. And yeah, it looks like Mewar is really struggling to win a single battle versus Nagpur, and Vijay is just doing some guerrilla warfare at the back of Nagpur.
How can you stop internal conflicts to happen?
If you hover over it, it'll show you.
Yeah, mouse over, and you'll see.
Stability. You should be able to either get your unrest above.
Yeah, unrest above 0. You could increase stability, for example.
Yeah. Be stab 1 or don't have unrest.
Yeah, if you
I
stab...
have stability 1.
It should say that it's happening, but the tick should be decreasing rather than increasing.
No, once you get the unrest lower than 0, then he won't get ticking.
Oh, yeah, he already has it ticking.
Yeah.
But if you hover over it, it says it's active, but because you don't have negative stability, it should not be. Oh, he
religion.
He doesn't have full. Yeah.
Yeah, he actually just converted to Catholic, so.
Can you buy a unrest advisor?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
If not,
no, I can't. But I currently have the missionary strength advisor.
Well, if you're gonna finish converting the land that's causing you to have.
He won't. He won't. There's way too many provinces. Now Carthage is going for. Oh, looks like Italy in the end decided to give up on taking the province in Sardinia from Florida, and now Carthage is the one going for it. And I think Carthage might be able to actually use their fleet to get enough war score in Caribbean to take this province. Maybe even some provinces in Caribbean. Why not? I guess he'd just lose them, but yeah, there's a lot of troops in Iberia waiting for who knows what. Serbia is actually a lot of text behind. Oh, I guess he's waiting for his institution.
I'm also a lot of text behind.
Yeah, but I think you're in a much safer position than Serbia.
Well, yeah.
Well, Serbia is surrounded by his hackbox as well, so it's not that bad, but still.
But if his hackbox decides to turn on him.
Oh, Genoa vassalized Timurids. So we could see a giant reconquest of the cores in Central Asia. Possibly.
Considering that the person who owns it is Genoa, I doubt it.
I mean, he's not going to be able to challenge Mewar, but Kazakh?
I guess
Maybe
if
Russia, if Russia
I guess if
continues
the
losing
HRE
wars.
wants to help him, they could. Like, he's allied to Austria. Austria decide... Because with France is, from practical point of view, is pretty crippled. So is Sweden. So is Russia.
Yeah,
GB self-crippled itself by abandoning Southeast Asia and still having explode naval trade, so his army is useless.
I mean, naval supremacy.
So the HRE is kind of looking for enemies. And India is not a terrible one.
Yeah, I mean, India is currently mostly busy fighting each other.
I'm kind of sitting here with my 1+1 fire, and it's like, I actually don't really have enemies? I need to actually fight someone.
You actually have more dev than typing, which I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's because of the really efficient deving.
Yeah,
I have all
terrain.
His terrain is really good early because it's all the defensive terrain, but I have a large portion of the eastern farmlands.
Delhi and Shan are going for round number
More,
2. Shan
more
this time was
insane
only
part is
-1.
considering how much dev I have, even though I've been burning a ton of tax. You can see that I'm down the game. Almost every province in China has way more tax than production or manpower, and at the moment my base tax is a third of my production tax.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if I had not been burning dev, I'd have like an additional like couple hundred dev easily.
It looks like this time Shan is winning for the time being, but there's still 90,000 Delhi troops in reserve. So I'm not sure how it's gonna go. The advantage for Delhi in both general and terrain is really hurting Shan. But they really don't have that much of a border because most of it is just wasteland.
Are both sides overstacking at the moment? It's hard to... I
mean, I don't remember the beginning of the battle, so hard to say.
Well, you can click on the battle and see how many they have in the reserve. If you hover over the infantry and the cavalry.
Not that much, I don't think.
Yeah.
And yeah, Delhi wins again. They managed to bait Shan into a defensive battle. And it looks like Russia is being invaded by Serbia. Already first battle was lost by Russians. They're not bankrupt. So yeah, they are taking a lot of loans, which is the smart move. And I mean, the brave little Serbia. I'm not sure if they can 1v1 Russia. Serbia only has 100 force limit, and Russia has still almost 300. And yeah, they don't have that much manpower. But still, it's a brave move. How is the quality between those two? Russia has 25 more discipline than Serbia. So I think it's gonna be tough for Serbia, unless more of HRE comes. And it's all Serbia, there's like the Polish symbol and the Serbian one are very similar, so sometimes it's easy to mistake them. And the French war started as well. It looks like it's Hanover, Austria, and Swabia versus France, Brazil, Great Britain, and the United States. And it looks like, yeah, the HRE are going for the same strategy as they used to, which is just going straight from Germany into Paris. UAR is using their chance to finish Spain, and they are not fighting with Tuscany. Milan is also sitting this one out for the time being. I wonder if... Are those the American Marines coming to Brittany? Oh yeah. Just 60k in already. I mean, on paper...
Since I should probably just build more transports and go save with France. I'm not doing much else.
Yeah, I mean, if you get into something.
Oh yeah, because I'm theocracy, I have the increased naval force limit. I can actually create an insane amount of transports. I have 110 fleet cap. I could build 120 transports.
France has almost over 7.5 morale, which is quite a lot. Yeah, that's 2 points over HRE basically. That's gonna be huge.
See, how much would it cost to build 120 transports? 1,000 ducats.
You should have enough. Yeah, you have plenty sailors, so
Yeah.
shouldn't be that difficult.
Problem is, it's a bit too memey to invest 1,000 ducats on transports.
I mean, 1,000 ducat is like 2 free manufactories depending on your building cost. That's not like.
Well,
that
what I'll
much.
probably do is I'll probably build them up over time, because I can't build 120 transports all at once.
Yeah,
So I'll
yeah.
probably build
You'd
them in,
need
like,
a lot
waves
of
of 30.
provinces to be able to do that.
I have a lot. I've conquered Japan. I have a lot of coastline.
Oh yeah, that's true. I actually forgot you have all of Japan.
Like, that's why I have so much naval force limit.
Yeah, the Germans. It turns out that doing the D-Day unopposed is much easier for you, so they are gonna be joining the French troops with no problem. But they're not going back for more infantry from the United States.
There's not much infantry left, is the problem.
I mean, he probably
too
could.
stacked.
He probably could recruit much more. I'm pretty sure. Actually, his force limit is not that impressive. Actually, I was expecting a bit more.
One of the things that's a downside with the rule set is, since it's not a colony that became independent, rather than just an independent nation from the get-go, there's no daddy GB constantly building them up. At best, GB can give them money, and since GB completely abandoned Southeast Asia...
Yeah, I mean, another problem with the provinces in the New World is that generally low dev means you cannot build as many buildings, so he just doesn't have the space to get a lot of the barracks and the force limit stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Serbia is still pushing unopposed, but that was like 1/4, I think. Yeah, he captured the 2 level 2 forts, which is like not that meaningful. Actually, Russia really should upgrade his forts, to be honest. But I'm not sure if he will be able to withstand the fully powered hammer of the Russian army. He's still organizing it, but pretty sure it's... Oh! Mewar actually managed to win a battle versus Nagpur. Or actually a few. No, that's 2 battles. And the third one as well.
The war, in theory, should have the advantage in the war, because Nagpur, when you look at its idea set, is pretty mediocre. It has the 15% morale, and some army tradition.
In theory, and also like Mewar has 1 miltech ahead, so that's the reason that he's actually able to overcome the Kradiak's innate power. Oh, Tuscan is actually starting a second war on UAR, which means that France is actually called in. UAR is instantly losing a stack.
Unless France was Cobalt, he should decline that in most scenarios, would be the smart
Yeah,
way to
I'm
do.
not sure. I mean, what he can do is cut off Milan at the coast, and then they can just wipe out everything in Aragon, because there's just not enough space to maneuver properly in this area, especially when they can just attack from both sides. And then UAR
That's
can
assuming UAR can repel the enemy in the first place.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm actually surprised Brazil is not moving given the small numbers they have in Europe already, anywhere. Is the golden age for... No. And France doesn't have their French musketeers yet either. So that's really unfortunate for them, because that's a huge bonus.
Yeah, it's a bit too soon for anyone, because absolutism 90 is still a bit far away. Your best bet for a golden age right now would be win religious war, multiple universities, large army.
Yeah, religion war is actually too late, because that part is
HRE
over.
monopolized it completely. Multicultural is multicultural is an issue. It seems easy at first, but if you become a empire rank, then you embrace all cultures, and
There's a battle going on in France right now. Yeah, that's the problem for him. He actually doesn't have enough cultures to embrace, even if he wanted to. But if
he was an empire rank, he could do it. but he probably need more promoted cultures. 'Cause by
Yeah,
default,
like at
you
this point, I
don't have enough.
trade provinces just to get the cultures because I don't think he can get anything else within that. I guess maybe trade. No.
Absolutism would be. Oh, he's.
He has at -10 because he's a theocracy or something.
No, it's gonna be his estate privileges. Theocracies have one of the easiest times. Like I have max 94 right now. I could have max 100 if I had been more privileges, but I'm just going the court and country route.
Tuscany, Byzantium, Milan, Netherlands are going for UAR, so that's gonna be tough.
Hong
for the
Kong
Africans.
donates 10k to VJ.
Yeah,
He is just flexing his money now.
Yeah, the problem is VJ. Their army is not that strong compared to Nagpur, so I'm not sure if he'll be able to do much with those troops.
Hong Kong is just flexing his money now.
He gave me 11k. For in the end, it were 5 provinces because he needed 1 extra to get the coring range. But I mean,
10k for 5 provinces. If you did,
especially
especially if you
and a
weren't
half,
gonna dev those gold mines, like the only reason you keep those provinces if you're gonna dev the gold mines. But if you have other gold mines to dev, it's not that big of a deal.
and in the end, I still maintain them because I'm killing his rebels there now. So
Killing your own
Heidelberg
people
is
for him.
actually a fairly bit better general than France, but still looks like France is winning for the time being. Like the Germans only have slightly higher reinforcements, and that's mostly cannons. Maybe not mostly, but a lot of it is cannons. So I think in the end, French are going to win this one.
Oh, I was thinking, maybe I could enforce peace to save France, but in fact,
Yeah,
it is
actually, I'm
minus
more
90
worried.
from
I'm more worried about the
Heretic.
Southern War than the. Wait, Jerusalem is in this war as well?
Wait, why do
think-
I count as a heretic?
Oh, Jerusalem is actually supporting France in this war, so that's yeah, someone's actually getting ahead of you with the being the ward policeman in Europe.
But in fact, for some reason, I have minus 80 opinion of heretics with France. Oh, because we're both theocracies.
Oh, wait, what? We're still not heretics. What?
Yeah, we're still not heretics, but at least I know where the modifier's coming from now.
Oof, Jerusalem is going with 200k through the Sahara Desert. That's painful, but I guess, well, did he just lose 300k? Oh, no, it's more like 200k because he's recruiting almost 100. Yeah, so we have Jerusalem coming on a crusade back to Europe. This time they're not fighting Catars, they're fighting the Germans. Brazil is recruiting troops, URR is recruiting troops. I think this time HRE is
Buying off a bit more.
Yeah.
And as I said, I'll probably, in fact, you heard here, folks, enforce peace in the UAR war. And send
because
over
I think at this
120K
point the UAR war is much more winnable for HRE than the proper French war. Yeah, and France war, the main battle, they're cutting off reinforcements. They probably won't get a stack wipe. Why do Timmy's rebels use typing discipline? That's an excellent question. But yeah, Genoa is somehow handling it. Genoa is like quietly one of the winners of this campaign. I'm not sure how he did it, but what he's doing is
well, he's part of the
work.
HRE, that's how.
But still, like
in a way, technically anyone could attack him, but we'd end up attacking. Actually, wait, it doesn't.
It barely has
Hanover
any
the
land.
HRE?
Maybe he lost his land
Hanover's the
connection.
emperor.
Yeah, Hanover's
I mean,
the
even
emperor.
then, Hanover is probably allied to everyone. Yeah. So
And Hanover himself is pretty strong. It's
the same deal with Manchu. It's like technically, like I would actually probably be better off just killing Manchu. Like he only has 13
yeah,
ideas.
like
his
usually you're
land
better
isn't
off killing your
terrible.
neighbors. Unfortunately.
But at the same time, it's like at this point in the game, man, like his land is pretty terrible. I wouldn't even be deving it soon in the first place. It's all three
Korea
dev.
would be nice.
No, Korea's terrible because he raised it all.
It actually is
mostly-
pretty terrible. Damn.
It's
Yeah.
even the grasslands cost I could get it down cheaper with the university and the edict, obviously. But it's
And
still
yeah, at the
pretty
same time,
expensive.
Serbia is getting
like my
pushed by Russia as well.
my 20 dev provinces cost the same to dev as those provinces. It's like
The problem is Russia doesn't have that much money. He probably would use some rich friends from somewhere in the world. And yeah, HREs, I mean, they're fighting a battle in Iberia as well, and that one is not looking too hot, if I'm to be honest. They're winning. It's a mountain battle, so I mean, even if they barely win, that's gonna be pretty good for the Africans, because I wouldn't expect them to even do that well. And HRE has a slightly better general. It's not much of a difference. 1 point in shock. I mean, 2 points in shock and 1 fire for Africans, but oof, that's some pretty good rolls for HRE. And still, the danger is that France just cuts them off. The problem is with so many wars going at the same time, sometimes it's hard to tell who's actually fighting who, and you can end up with getting half of your army fighting your enemy, and you really want to avoid that. Now France is going for an offensive battle, and I don't see that many HRE troops in the area. I guess they're coming as soon as they can, but they didn't manage to reinforce fully yet. Hanover is going to try and cut off the French reinforcements, but I don't think... I mean, the French have so much more morale that I think the...
If France has a second cannon stack, it's a
yeah,
terrible
there's
plan.
the American cannon stack. It's not full, but it's pretty good. It should do the job.
Yeah, 30k, 32k, yeah, that's probably actually a throw in the long term, because
Maybe
more,
there's
if you
a
have more
reinforcement
morale,
stack.
if you have more morale, you want to take more battles at once. So as
Yeah.
long as the left battle finishes before the right battle, now he gets to reinforce, and
Yeah, actually, like the main battle wasn't doing too bad.
because when you win a battle, you get half your morale back.
Yeah,
so the
yeah,
more
yeah.
morale you have, the better it is. Hence why the nation with more morale wants to take more battles. They want to leverage their higher morale.
Yeah, in the end, the Africans lost the battle of the Molten Fort, but they still did way better than I expect them to be honest. And the southern HRE is actually stronger than the one that's fighting France. Meanwhile, it looks like Shan was able to push a bit back, and they're trying to retake some forts.
It's land force limit that triggers the 20% morale event, right?
Once again, sorry.
The advisors. It's land force limit advisor that triggers the 20% morale if he's level 3, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so I
Pretty sure
hire
it is.
the maintenance one. My half-cost advisor finally died, so now I have to hire a regular guy to make sure I don't trigger anything I don't
Yeah,
want.
Shan is pushing back now, but looks like most of the battles were lost pretty badly by them, so that's not too good.
What's Sean's cavalry cost?
That's a good question. It's 17.6. I guess I could check
so
the exact modifier.
The main... Well, no, you can basically look at it and
Yeah,
see
he
that
doesn't have any
power.
bonuses. It's just inflation.
Wait, is he not pure Tangri? No, go to his religion.
Oh, he has regiment cost, so it doesn't show up as cavalry cost. Yeah, so he has minus 20, at least.
Yeah. Okay, but well, the main thing is the absolute difference. So his infantry costs 7, his cavalry costs 17. So what you're saying is his cavalry have to be about twice as good as his infantry.
Yeah, the same problem as usual with cavalry.
It is pretty close. Like total stats for infantry is going to be like 2.3 something.
I think
4.5,
Delhi
so
is just
50%.
overall stronger than Shan, right? Yeah, I mean, Delhi has 100 more force limit, for example.
That'll be a significant reason to win the war. It's just a case of should he be using pure cav or should he be using mixed? And potentially it should actually be mixed, just because you need the balance of cost, assaulting
Yeah,
force.
maybe. He has some infantry, but not that much. Probably for assaults.
But the bigger thing is just going to be the force limit difference.
Nagpur is still fighting,
Like
and I guess... Yeah.
It actually looks like he's going to win that battle, which suggests if he had equal force limit, he'd be winning the war.
Yeah, and I mean, Shan was fighting a lot of battles on bad terrain, so maybe that's part of it as well.
Slightly higher discipline.
Yeah, Nagpur is winning the
the other
vast
thing
majority.
is he has. If you actually go back to the battle,
It's over. And
Delhi's
some troops
cannons
are
front
going...
lined. Delhi's cannons front line, so they're down to 20k, and Sean actually has a second cannon stack.
Oh, I mean, like second cannon stack when you're fighting on the 2 province wide front is not that much of a difference, but still something. Looks like France actually lost the battle versus HRE somewhere because they're back in Brittany, and the HRE Germans are doing the cutting off from Iberia strat. And wait, Jerusalem is at war with the HRE. Yeah, the central states of HRE. There's so many Jerusalem troops, like with the African troops, it shouldn't be too difficult to actually push Hanover out. But now the southern HRE is the problem. And there's still a lot of Africans in Iberia, so it's not like they're any close to getting pushed out, but yeah, they're cutting them off from France, which I mean, might not end up being too big of a deal if France is going to be focusing in Germany anyways, but still that's provinces that he's losing. That's so many wars, damn. Yeah, and I guess Nagpur is winning all the battles, but maybe eventually... he's already at 90%. I think he's gonna get to 100% before Mewar and Vijay are gonna be able to force any kind of economical collapse on Nagpur. Because he has more loans than both of them, like as many as both of them combined. Russia is fighting another battle versus Serbia, and I think they're gonna win this one. He lost like 15% of morale, so I guess he had some kind of event going on. But yeah, Serbia lost. It was pretty bold for Serbia to go 1v1 Russia. Maybe he was thinking that he was about to go bankrupt or something. And I mean, he's not that far off, to be honest. Yeah, Russia is almost 100k in debt right
He does
now.
have the is that the bankruptcy looming or max loan?
Yeah,
warning?
max
I think
loans.
it's just the max loan.
Yeah, max loans.
He's not even close. Like I think the warning comes up within 5 years if you end bankrupt. And he's currently
He has like
yeah, and he's taking reinforcements,
6
which means
years.
he's well over 5 years away from bankrupt.
yeah,
well
I think he
enough
will be
time
able to
to-
take out Serbia. That's for sure. But I'm sure even Livonian Order didn't join. Poland is still sitting and not doing anything. That's yeah, Poland is not fighting anyone, so maybe Poland, the black sheep of the HRE, is gonna go and snipe someone else using this opportunity. And if he wanted to form the Commonwealth, I mean, he would need provinces from Livonian Order. He has truces with...
There's not much point in forming Commonwealth.
Yeah, but maybe if he wanted to.
Don't think it gets. I think it just gets the same missions as Poland. If I
Yeah, I don't think it changes anything, but he's not doing anything yet, and like I think he has truces with who? With Swabia and Netherlands, and Serbia, and Byzantium. But he's allied to Byzantium again, so I'm not sure what's going on. Jerusalem arrived, but he's not doing anything. I guess he's just doing a checkmate on the HRE troops from Swabia. Meanwhile, France is going to go south and probably going to try and help the Africans in Iberia. And still, I think for HRE, it's not really the best angle to be fighting both France and UAR. I think they would be much more comfortable if they were just fighting UAR, but maybe they could have just declared on Carthage, to be honest. Because yeah, now they need to protect themselves on both sides, and Jerusalem can still just walk through those provinces with no issue because they're not at war with the southern Germans. And there's what, like 100, 200, 300, 400, over 500,000 Jerusalem troops in France right now. UAR is going for battle, Byzantium is going to cut off some reinforcement in Burgos. It might end up being a stack wipe as well because there's no cannons. France is not doing anything at the time, and I think maybe they should use the opportunity that there's already almost 200k of HRE troops busy fighting. Maybe they're still waiting. Yeah, some of the reinforcements were already caught and the battle is over. Some of UAR troops are going north to Brittany, okay. Yeah, and now Brazil is still going, they might get stuck with as well.
Who are my allies fighting in Europe?
Yeah, he is fighting in Iberia.
Oh, only Brazil.
Yep. And it's not the best. Oh no, I got another. And they're all going to Brittany. Well, I guess they can work together with France in this case. Yeah, France is actually spending a lot of money to maintain his current army, so I don't think he can afford to just sit and do nothing. Okay, now he's going for a battle. And there's 200k of HRE troops fighting currently, but it won't be for long. Like, pretty soon they're gonna win those battles and then they're gonna come and reinforce. It is a few provinces, but it's not that much. It's gonna be a long battle. And France is fighting with a -2. Oh. Yeah, he should have gone through this province.
Which one?
This one?
Okay,
you
wait.
can see on stream.
Rouge. Wait.
Yeah, that's
Rourge.
Rourge.
Or something like that. Probably wrong.
At the same time, HRA is trying to push from the north, but there's so many Jerusalem troops. I don't think they will be able to do anything against the African superpower. France is still trying. Some of their troops withdrew, but they're still trying. And they really timed this incorrectly. Like, they should have, even if UAR is losing battles, France should have gone immediately into the fray, and then they might have had a chance. But the way they went about it, it was a bad move, I think. Because they ended up going piecemeal, and first HRE destroyed the Africans, and then they destroyed the French to the north. Yeah, I mean, and they will have a few more opportunities, I'm pretty sure. France is running out of manpower slowly. Meanwhile, the Germans should be able to have a lot of manpower because of their professionalism. But yeah, Jerusalem is pretty tough to defeat. Now they're pushing into proper Germany provinces. I mean, right now there's a lot of UAR troops in Brittany, so maybe they will be able to combine with France. So we're getting to this point of the game where the single power of Jerusalem is just steamrolling the much smaller and decentralized HRE. Like, at some point you get this kind of power level as a single country that a few countries is just, even if they have the same dev, and I'm pretty sure they actually don't. Actually, no, together Austria, Swabia and Hanover have I think a bit more dev than Jerusalem, but still Jerusalem is just wiping the floor single-handedly. Meanwhile, Serbia is actually having Russians pushing on their territory. Too bad Russians are not retaking all of their provinces, which would be pretty nice, because that's a fair bit of dev that's just not doing anything. And yeah, the numbers are still not looking too good for Serbia. Nagpur won another war. Let's see. They take a fair bit of land from Vijay. Probably they could have taken more. Delhi and Shan are still fighting. Nice. And like, they didn't really move that far one way or the other. Still fighting over the same choke point. Meanwhile, in Iberia, the Africans are regaining their forces. There's over 100k Brazilians at this moment, so that's a fair amount, frankly. And Jerusalem is pushing into Swabia. They managed to take one fort already, and they're going to be retaking another one. And I'm pretty sure they'll win this battle eventually. Yeah, Jerusalem has 500,000 troops alone, which is 150 more than all of those 3 countries combined. The problem is, I mean, on paper they have a massive advantage on numbers on the HRE. Almost twice the infantry. But if they fight piecemeal, then it's not going to make much of a difference. And they already control a fair amount of France, to be honest. Like, that's 3/4 in a lot of land. Everyone should be at Miltech 18, right? Pretty sure. Brazil is at 17, so that's not too good. But looks like everyone else is at 18. Yeah, just the numbers of Jerusalem troops are pushing in.
Hello.
Okay. The meme of me sending troops to fight in Europe might not happen just because it takes so much attrition just going to Africa alone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jerusalem lost like 200k walking his troops to France.
It's not my troops that take damage, it's the...
Oh, you mean transports, or what do you mean?
The transports, yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like France wants just to peace out from the Southern War, but I'm not sure. I mean, he will win the Northern one with the Jerusalem's help, but this will mean that the Africans are gonna lose a bunch of land in Iberia, and he will lose a bunch of land as well. I'm not sure if that's the way to go. I guess he doesn't know how much of an advantage him and the Africans and Brazil have over the HRE. Yeah, Tuscany is now pushing again into the Iberia. And the quality difference is much better for Tuscany, but it's not like crushing. Oh, they have a crushing advantage in rolls right now. Is there more reinforcements for HRE? Because if there isn't, then the Africans might be able to win this one. Oh, they didn't manage to reinforce in time. Scorched Earth yet again. And yeah, another victory for Tuscany. Yeah, the Australian player is our host, so please don't kill him. Shan managed to push slightly, so now he's back on the Molten Fort, not changing much. And oh wow, Serbia actually managed to push the Russian away. What is this fort over here? It's just grasslands. Damn.
UAR
Looks
is
like...
popping its golden age.
Who? Mewar?
UAR.
UAR. I guess fair. He needs a bit more quality for sure. And to be honest, there's not that much of the campaign left. Like, it will get you to 1670s.
What? In the
golden
Lima
age.
trade note, it says there is no one else that controls something there, but it says I only control 97% of the trade.
Oh yeah,
node.
that's kind of weird. Doesn't show anyone else who could be possibly holding anything. Yeah, that's weird.
Going to be the effective downstream. Does anyone, if anyone owns anything in Panama, it's gonna...
And
Yeah,
there's
you
not-
don't own. So with,
not
if
outgoing
you actually
any-
hover, 100% of the trade power is retained, 100% of the trade power is in Inca. What do you mean? It shows 100% for me.
Oh, it
Oh,
doesn't
now
for
it's
me.
100%. Now
Yeah,
it's
it was
back
the
at 100.
graphic. Trade is a bit weird in that graphics can update a bit faster than the actual map does.
Oh yeah, it was like
That's pretty
97.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like France wants out of this war, but he doesn't want to actually unconditional to Tuscany, which would actually force Tuscany out of this war, but I'm not sure if just letting HRW win in Iberia is a good move. Could he kill one of the players with a single war? I'm pretty sure not. Yeah, all of them have a lot of war score to gobble up. mean, it would be a pretty huge boon of death to France if he gets 100% from them, but he will pay a high price of it if he loses the Southern War. There's still 200k of UAR troops just sitting in Brittany. So that's why they have such difficulty fighting in Iberia. They just don't have enough troops over there. And there's enough of Byzantine troops to hold against UAR alone. Honestly, at this point, I think they should just let Jerusalem and the Americans fight versus HRE in the north, and France should just focus in the south.
Yeah. Or just don't fight at all.
Nah, fighting is good.
Yeah, for
Russia
the
is
stream.
really struggling when it comes to money. He's actually lost already half of his treasury, and I'm pretty surprised that no one wants to finance him against Serbia. If he got like 110k and got to recruit like 50k mercenaries, then he would probably steamroll Serbia. And still he has twice the infantry. Okay, UAR is trying to push into southern France, but alone versus the higher numbers of Byzantine troops, I'm not sure if that's gonna work out. And Petrain, inferior general. I mean, he has higher morale actually, but still, he's overstacking a bit, I think. Maybe he's not used to having higher morale than his enemies. Netherlands are getting caught, and I'm pretty sure the Netherlands army is not as strong, so they managed to. Oh, they might be able to stack wipe a few Dutch troops as well, because they're withdrawing back to the province they came from. And yeah, that's a stack wipe.
How powerful are the Netherlands actually?
Pretty sure not that much. He's making a decent amount of money for such a tiny nation because of his English Channel trade power.
What is his income? Oh.
160. And
Oh.
he still didn't finish trade
Alright.
ideas. I mean, I guess he's not horrible, but
I almost recovered my economy back to what it was at the beginning.
oh, the Africans actually managed to. Oh wait, there is Georgian troops in Iberia now. He did enforce peace. Nice. Let's see how many did. Are there more coming? Yeah, there's 30k more coming, and he already has 60 in Iberia. I guess the giant hackbox of the Germans is getting to feel the pain now. Wait. Oh, Netherlands are not in the Northern War, but they are in the Southern War, so France is just able to occupy them. And if they get 100%, that means that Netherlands are forced out of this war, and France gets a huge chunk of death and a lot of trade power in the English Channel. So now they get at least some argument to make Southern HRE want to peace them out with a reasonable peace as well.
How should I make a fleet actually? I currently only have 12 heavies. What should be a good to fight in open seas? What is
heavies
a good,
are the thing to fight in open seas, but like I'm not sure. You have to think who are you competing with in the seas, and it's not like you actually need naval protection because you don't have any islands anywhere.
Yeah, but if I need to fight in Europe, it's nice to have just a little bit of heavies.
Yeah, so I think like
And ships.
12 is like what you would really need.
Okay, then I'm
Just to
gonna
fight the light ships, I guess.
invest the rest in transports.
Yeah, if you want to fight in Europe, then you probably want to have like at least 30 or 60 transports, depending on your naval force. Yeah, the Dutch are stuck in this kind of difficult position when they're getting sieged back in HRE, and I guess only half of their army now. No, most of their army is in Iberia. And they can come back actually, but alone they won't be able to fight against the French. So this is the part when the two separate wars is working against the HRE, because they cannot support the Netherlands, the Northern Alliance. So France is just sieging this stuff with no problem. And with Georgian troops taking point, they're actually starting to siege Valencia. Yeah, it looks like despite pushing quite strongly, the HRE didn't manage to take that many forts. Mostly because there's just not that many forts in Iberia, period. And I mean, there's a fair amount of level 4s. Brazil only has level 2s, which is, I suppose, a bit of a poor man's move. He's making 150, that's not terrible. How's the war? Oh, Shan is actually starting. He managed to push over the mountain fort. So he's actually turning this thing around somehow. But yeah, he's actually going full infantry right now. Only 30k of cavalry. Yeah, both sides have a similar amount of debt right now. So I wonder what happened that Shad is suddenly able to push that well. Oh, pose, we got someone uncunning, but oh, looks like Sweden was fighting against the Lubeck and Livonian Order, and eventually Sweden fell. Still, he managed to kill a lot of the Germans. But yeah, it was bound to happen eventually, and he's pretty much bankrupt right now. Like, he's gonna go bankrupt next month. And Russia is beaten again by Serbia. I'm not sure how that's happening, because he should have a vast numbers advantage. I guess maybe he wasn't able to reinforce properly? Yeah, it looks like he just wasn't able to reinforce, and that's why he was losing battles.
Is the war in Mewar finished actually?
Yeah, the Mewar war is over. Nagpur took a few provinces from Vijay.
Persia is at war with Arabia.
Oh yeah, it's started by Arabia as well. It's Arabia alone versus Persia, supported by Mewar and Nagpur, but let's see, are they actually being supported? Mewar is not making any moves yet. There's actually 4 wars in HRE going on right now, because there's the Northern French War, the Southern French War, like Iberian War, Serbian-Russian War, and the Swedish War. So HRE is now fighting on every front, and the only one who's not taking part in anything is actually Poland, which I think at this point is the strongest HRE nation, I think. He has the highest income, and similar max manpower to Byzantium, but higher force limit than Byzantium. So I think Poland is the strongest nation in HRE, and he's the only one not fighting anyone. So that's interesting. Oof, Sweden lost another chunk of land. Okay. Go.
It's basically dead.
Yeah, he was apparently basically dead for like 2 sessions now, and he still managed to repel the Russians somehow. And let's see if he is going to give up, or will he continue to being a thorn in the HRE side. Looks like Russia pieced out Serbia and gave them like, what, 3 provinces with like 15 death. So that's not too bad for Russia. If he wasn't able to win battles, he might as well just peace out. At the same time, the Jerusalem troops are pushing into Hanover, and the French are pushing into the Netherlands. Even the United States are sniping Strasbourg in Swabia. Valencia got taken by Fujian. We got the province controlled by Chinese in Iberia. And looks like Tuscany is going for a loop around the Spanish territories. And despite being... let's see if Tuscany actually makes it. Oh, they don't. And they actually got... so Brazil managed to win a pretty significant battle. And it's probably not going to be a stack wipe because the Brazil general is kind of bad. But he has a +10 fire damage, that's pretty good. 3k cannons missing from the full back row, but still a fair amount of damage to the infantry stack of Tuscany. And where are they withdrawing actually? Oh, to Navarra, so that's not too big of a deal. And UAR, now they're doing it I think much better than before, because now UAR is actually pushing in France, so they have to choose if they want to commit in the north or do they want to commit in the south, because I'm pretty sure that UAR or Fujian is gonna start another battle in the south, or maybe if not battle, just a siege. Yeah, that's how they should be doing this. If you're fighting someone on two fronts, you should be attacking at the same time. Or ideally you should be combining your forces in Europa Universalis. I think it's game-wise it's just a better strategy. But if you have to fight on two fronts, then just push both at the same time. I don't think, even with Fujian troops, the Africans are gonna win on the Mountain Fort. But they're gonna be able to kill a lot of HRE troops, or at least force them into battle. And this will give time for UAR to take one, maybe two forts in France. Russia is... Oh, Sweden is attacking Russia. And somehow Sweden has... Who gave him that money? I'm not sure, but I think... Oh, maybe he got a lot more loan cap from the revanchism. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And now he's going for Russia with his still almost 100k troops. Russia just cannot catch a break from all the fighting. And now UAR is probably gonna get wrecked in northern France, which kinda sucks because he didn't even manage to snipe one fort.
What should I take as my 5th ID group? I don't know.
Probably something... I think either offensive or defensive. It probably doesn't matter much, depending on what you prefer.
Okay.
Yeah, so Africans looks like they're gonna lose both battles most likely. It's 32k cannons from Netherlands, so it shouldn't change much, but I think even without those troops, Byzantium is gonna win. Yeah, but that's a good effort. If they get France in on this as well, and like pushing with UAR towards south, then the Germans are gonna crash, I'm pretty sure. Like already half of Swabia is occupied. Half of Netherlands is occupied, and the Dutch actually have only one fort that's not protecting really anything. And once that falls, it's they can just force them out. And it's true, Netherlands are not that much troops. I mean, it's still 100k troops. Even just as reinforcement, it's worth something. Delhi is actually losing this quite handily, but Shan is just giving up on the cavalry strats and going full on infantry. I wonder, is it just because of mercenaries? Oh yeah, he just ran out of manpower troops and he's going mostly on mercenaries. Which I suppose is... No, Delhi still is using a lot of mercenaries as well. Arabia is pushing without much of a difficulty into Persia. Looks like Mewar and Nagpur pieced out. So it's just Persia versus Arabia, and yeah, Arabia is much stronger than Persia looks like. He's not taking a third military idea group as his fifth idea group, which is a controversial decision probably. But yeah, he is much stronger than Persia, no doubt about that. He didn't... Yeah, he's only now reaching the mountain forts, but I mean, maybe Persia will be able to defend those, at least somewhat. How many Germans are left in northern group of HRE? There's still a lot of troops, but versus Jerusalem it's just way too much. Actually, yeah, damn. Jerusalem and France lost a lot of troops just in battles. But they are pushing, so I mean that's what usually happens in this kind of situations. And in Iberia, the Italians weren't really able to push that much forward, which I think is precisely what the Africans should be going for. Because once they get the French help, I think they really will be able to push the Italians back to Italy. Pushing on the mountain forts is going to be very difficult, but oh, what? That's a interesting snipe. Fighting, like pushing on those mountain forts in Italy is going to be very difficult, but not impossible as well. Oh yeah, it's actually break time. Gonna have a 15-minute break. The last fort in Netherlands is still holding. And Jerusalem is going for another fort. And they might be even sniping a Swabia stack in Münster. Let's see. Oh, they won't be able to reinforce. That's gonna be a lost stack of infantry.
Okay.
Jerusalem is basically pushing on the entire front.
I'm gonna take a break.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I'm not coming in the voice chat. I think in the after the break.
Sure.
So till next week. Bye.
Yeah, see ya. Wonder if Knisi has any plans. But yeah, it looks like the HRE won't be able to handle the Northern War in France, and I think like the Iberians, I don't think they were pushing fast enough. Right now they're gonna be probably taking a nice battle, because Byzantium is cutting off Georgian, and this battle is probably gonna be lost. Though there's nothing reinforcing it yet. So we'll see, there's a giant push in Iberia and a giant push by Jerusalem troops as well. So we'll see what ends up happening, but I'm pretty sure the HRE ended up biting a bit more they can chew this time. At least in France. Russia, did he went bankrupt? Oh yeah, he actually went bankrupt. So he might just lose to Sweden this war. Damn. Let's see, what other wars are happening. That's the HRE war, the Persian war. Yeah, looks like Arabia is gonna win on Arbil, but that's only Highland Fort. Still, it looks like they have pretty much doubled the numbers of the Persians. And Arabia has a slightly better general as well. There's also the Shan War, and Shan is continuing to push. I think at this point it's... Okay, this war is pretty much over. And now Shan has very much secured his border with Delhi. Like next war it's gonna be very difficult for Delhi to push anywhere into Shan. I'm actually surprised. I didn't expect Shan to be able to win in the end. I didn't look much, but it was just pushing in this very narrow corridor between the wastelands. That's the HRE war, the Swedish-Russia war, which looks like this time Sweden is gonna, for once, win a war versus someone. Genoa is what? Genoa? Oh, Genoa is part of the Russian war. It's not really committing anything though. Out of curiosity, there's only 3 years of truce between Taiping and Russia. And I'm pretty sure Taiping is going to be coming back with the vengeance once he deals with his rebels problems. What's going on here? That's the HRE war. Yeah, it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4 wars going on right now. And still, Europe is burning pretty much. Yeah, this takes like all of this to fight those. But to be honest, like they are crushing the Germans in the Northern War. So Jerusalem, I'm pretty sure Jerusalem alone could be able to push Hanover, Swabia, and Austria. It's the southern powers that are packing a bit more punch. But yeah, anyways, it's break time right now. I'm gonna be back in what, like 10 minutes or something like that. So yeah, be right back. And I'm back. Looks like the Iberian War is still going on. Yeah, it looks like some of the African and Chinese troops already got beaten. It's the Africans are overstacking here. Actually not. No, 100k in reserve. It's actually pretty similar to what the Italians are sending in. Oh, sorry. Oh, Chinese are very eager to go back to battle, but Tuscany is going right after them. This time they actually split stack to siege stuff, which is, I think, a very good move. And this battle is not going that well though. For I guess maybe the Georgian troops are gone from the front line. Eventually, I think the Italians should win. And yeah, they managed to catch the Chinese stack, which stack wiping Georgian is very problematic for the Chinese because they have to go all the way back from Asia. This battle was actually fairly close. Same time, Jerusalem is pushing in Hanover. The last fort in the Netherlands has fallen, so now France can just 100% them. And will UAR be able... Yeah, just they're pretty close to 100% peace. And then the Dutch will be out. Which frankly won't change much on the front, but it's first win. First step towards victory. Livonian Order, Lubeck are sending whatever they can to support Hanover, but at this point of the game, the reinforcements in form of condos don't mean much. It's just like 20-30k max. I'm muted on the stream? Are you sure? Because I'm seeing that I'm like in the OBS, it's showing me that the voice is there. And in the doesn't seem like the stream is cutting off. I can me that myself. The voice is there. No, I can hear myself on the stream. It has to be something on your end. Maybe something like apparently the Twitch is having some troubles today, so who knows what's going on. Worst case scenario, the default is just going to be on YouTube. Last glass of cider. Oh, this battle is actually fairly close for the Germans, somehow, some way. Baldwin the Sixth for the Jerusalem troops. Yeah, GB's army shouldn't be that much of a help in the... Oh, but there's also 100k sieging to the north and 70k United States Marines in the south. So yeah, it's actually way worse than I was thinking. Winning this battle would be huge though, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, Jerusalem is already sending more troops, and they're still continuing the siege. There's 100k French troops in the north who are about to get 100% on the Netherlands. But on the other hand, the Italians are getting fairly close to kicking Africans out of Iberia. Once they control the Gibraltar, it's going to be very difficult. But it is a mountain fort, so the Africans will have a huge advantage here. And the Milan 40k is not enough. I mean, I don't think that's how we only pause on unconditionals. So I don't think that's how it works, but whatever. There's a lot of wars going on.
Percentic.
Hey.
So, pretty sure 99 doesn't...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure as well, but...
It doesn't, right? So, they just need to stab it.
That's, I mean, they don't need to stab it. They can take 100% from the 99%, but they don't need to pause.
No, I think they need to stab it, don't they?
No, they have to. The Dutch have to accept at this point because they're at 99%, right?
No, but they're the co-belligerent, no, not the primary. Dude. Right, it was the Tuscan War, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. But I think like it doesn't. I think we had this issue before, and it doesn't really matter.
I'm pretty sure we ruled that it didn't.
I'm not sure. Well, we can check later. I'm not sure. Let me check the rules.
I mean, the piece is done, but...
Yeah, it looks like... Yeah, they pieced out for 2 provinces. And probably something else.
I mean, he was not co-belligerent, so they can't take... Probably cancel alliances or something. No.
Let me check the rules.
So Zhejiang is fighting, actually, or
Yep.
what? So dumb. I don't get it.
If a participant in a war is at negative 99% war score, they must accept any peace deal for their occupied land from the winning side.
Oh, okay. I
Well,
thought
it's
we...
a participant in the war, so I think it's everyone.
Yeah, okay. Then I also have to tell the Spielberg that, because I just told him the opposite.
Yep. I'm not sure, maybe we ruled something, but I don't remember anything.
I mean, pretty sure
And
we
the
had once in Mexico with Kokomos.
Yeah, I think I recall some stuff like this before happening, but I think we always ruled that if it's 99%, then you have to surrender no matter what. But I can always figure it out later.
Have fun.
GIHF. What? Milan stuck. And what does it mean by stuck? It's Valve then. Let's see what's his state. Yeah, he's actually stuck on February. I think we should give him a minute and maybe he'll be able to catch up. It's probably his internet, but... Okay, he caught up. It's good.
Good day, Mr. Byzantine.
Hey. So yeah, in the end you didn't end up winning this war with your cavalry, huh?
I had no manpower anymore.
Yeah, I've seen you just with running with just mercs. Yeah, it was like the problem was you guys were fighting for 2 provinces basically. There was no much width to do anything.
Like with the 1 province corridor.
Yeah, but you end up, I didn't expect you to win in the end. I thought that Delhi would win, but GG.
Yeah. The problem is like I lost the battles, but I had more casualties, like consistently, even with
Yeah, but
fighting
basically,
-2.
like your casualty as of a horseman is counts for 2 when it comes to money, right? Because they're
No,
twice as
no.
expensive.
They cost only 15 ducats for me.
Yeah, but
So-
your infantry is cheaper as well.
Yeah, but my infantry is worse than my cav.
Ah, fair.
My infantry doesn't have +1 fire and plus 15% CCA.
Still, I'm pretty surprised. I thought that just the numbers of Delhi would overwhelm you.
Yeah, that was an issue. Not a lot I could have done there.
Yeah, by the way, did you know Sweden is actually going to win this war this session?
Really?
They're fighting versus bankrupt Russia and they're winning. Somehow Serbia won versus Russia 1v1 as well. I'm not sure how that happened. But yeah, a lot of stuff is happening in Europe right now.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the crusade against the heretics from Jerusalem is bringing the proper Catholic power against the Protestants.
Oh, do they have actual troops up there?
500,000 troops, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the problem is that it's like 2 separate wars, and Jerusalem and UAR cannot be in the same war because they're both GPs.
Okay.
So it's actually the African countries that are struggling more, but they have Georgia on their side as well. They already pieced out Netherlands out of this war.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Swabia has 2 forts left. Hanover has a few more, but he's actually... I guess he doesn't really... Space is not a problem for him because he can just use provinces of Lubeck and Poland. But yeah, another thing, Poland is not in any war from the start of the session, and they're the most powerful nation in the HRE.
Really?
Yeah.
I was kind of busy with
Your own
No.
thing.
yeah.
Oh damn, it's a lot of Italians going for Gibraltar. But the funny thing, the troops of UAR who got defeated in Iberia actually withdrew to Brittany, so now there's almost 200,000 Africans in Brittany keeping Byzantine troops in check. But that also means they have a bit of a problem defending the Iberia. But now there's more Chinese troops there as well, I think. How many troops in total? 400,000. There's... Yeah, most of them should be in Iberia by now. Oh no, there's 60k more in Japan. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks of Chinese troops in Morocco. Apparently there's
kinda
no
doing
more
that
VJ
thing
player
possible,
anymore.
So.
So yeah.
Gradiax, give me access. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, Hong Kong got a chunk from VJ provinces.
Yeah.
Hong Kong is the money man in this campaign. Like he already went over 1,000 and well over the 1,000 decades of income.
Oh. Could have maybe proclaimed economic hegemons.
What does that actually give to you?
Minus 20%. Goods produced. Minus
But
20%.
he has to be a great power, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's actually like he needs
It
200 more death
gives
for that.
monthly war exhaustion, foreign spy detection, mercenary manpower, goods produced, merc discipline, minimum autonomy in territory, and government capacity.
That's pretty good. Like mostly goods produced. The military bonuses don't really mean much to him.
He is a merc company country. He has 10% merc discipline.
Yeah, and there are very strong merc companies, but like
20% discipline.
like I'm not sure who would even fight at this point. He's pretty much everyone in Asia is sending him trade.
Yeah,
And
True.
some people like I think GB has a trade deal with him as well. Oh, the Germans are getting wrecked in Hanover right now. It's just yeah, they're fighting against the vastly greater numbers of Jerusalem. At this moment, France doesn't really have that many troops. Because how is France doing? I mean, frankly, not too hot. And even if they win versus the Northern HRE, they still have a second war going on. Which, I mean, frankly, they should win eventually as well.
There's only that much they can do.
But there's almost 200k Africans in France already. So if they go together and like try to cut off Italians in Iberia, I think they might be able to do it. Looks like yeah, Russia uncount to Sweden. Damn, that's Sweden is really doing his best to survive.
Yeah, he's trying. He's trying really hard. He has no allies, no nothing.
Yeah, like Russia and Byzantium, when they were pushing together into Sweden, they lost so many battles. They got stack wiped so many times.
The Swedish migration. Where's Sweden from Russia?
Yeah, he got
Didn't
the.
take that much land.
Yeah, but that's
Can't
a lot
really
of
see
that.
it because there's.
And he finally has an actual land border with Livonian Order, which he wanted to
he
have for a
released-
long time.
He instantly released Novgorod.
Yeah, yeah. That's still a lot, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, those battles look kinda close, but then you think there's like, oh, they actually won a battle? How did that happen? In Lipsk? I'm not sure. But yeah, there's so many sieging stacks all over the HRE. And France is very close to 100%. Wonder what he even takes. Looks like there's a double push from the south and from the north. UAR is trying to snipe any fort from the French occupied territories. I mean Italian occupied territories. And in the south they're trying to win some battles, and they just might be able, Jujian might be able to force his way against Tuscany. Oh, they won a small battle versus Byzantium. There's a reinforcing stack of Milan getting caught. Some Milan troops are getting caught by rebels who are still using spears for some reason. Oh, but Jujian loses, I guess, what was the main battle. And now UAR is reinforcing a defeat. Brazil is... I'm not sure what Brazil is doing. Yeah, he's withdrawing. But still, the Africans won a few small engagements, which... oh, they might lose this one though. UAR does have a cannon stack, so it's not gonna be too terrible. Wait, there's another war? What's that call to arms? I didn't notice. So, Defender of Faith, yeah, so some kind of a Shia nation, so I guess Persia? No, Persia is still fighting Arabia and losing badly, unfortunately. Looks like Arabia is gonna be retaking Iraq, which is pretty good land. UAR actually, I think, has a chance versus the Byzantine troops, because here Byzantium only has 2 reinforcement stacks and UAR has 3.
Can you click on a battle? Like, how's the quality?
They're actually like pretty close. Yeah, UAR has more morale, but Byzantium has more discipline. And Byzantium is fighting with a -1.
Yeah.
But Tuscany is coming, and
But
Tuscany has a
it's
very good
it
general.
gets compensated by the leader. Because of the 2 shock advantage.
Yeah,
So basically
and
it's...
even better leader is coming as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty close. But yeah, it's forcing all of the Italian troops north.
I still think that UAR can win this.
They're getting some good rolls.
Yeah.
But there's another Tuscany stack coming. I think it's...
Yeah, but he needs to get there in time.
It's
And
not
they don't know if
scorched,
the
so
province is scorched.
it's not. Oh, the line is breaking though, so he's not gonna have any cannons.
No.
That might be... they're breaking, yeah. It was very close though.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and
You
they're
need
going
like
back
a
to
little
Brittany.
bit more morale to...
But yeah, in this time, the other Africans are just forcing their way, and they're trying to retake any provinces they can. They're not in danger of getting cut off at Gibraltar anymore. So that's always something. On the other hand, though, Tuscany is at minus 85, so like pretty soon the war will be forced to over unless the Africans start winning some battles.
Yeah.
Oh, Swabia I think was forced out. Yep, he lost a single province of Lorraine to France. And now it's just Hanover and Austria fighting versus...
That France, like, fighting against HRE all the campaign.
Yeah, but like France himself is not really the powerhouse. He only has 130k infantry. It's
Yeah,
the
but
Jerusalem
he-
that's bringing
He
the...
did Diplo and he gets help. That's
Yeah,
important.
That's true. I mean, it's the second player, but still. And even with the not necessarily that big of a number of troops, once France swings south to fight versus the Italians, I think they have a chance. Oh, that's
swing
a
the bankrupt.
good start for the Africans. They're gonna win versus Milan, and then they can move their entire army towards Cuenca, or however you pronounce that. Yeah, and all of the Italians are still in southern France.
Sweden just went bankrupt, but he has enough time for the bankruptcy before
yeah. And I
the
mean,
truce
this
is run out.
Russia might be in another war versus Taiping at this point.
The color between Genoa and Taiping is an horror.
Yeah, it's very close. And actually, like Genoa somehow got cut off from his European lands.
Because he sold the provinces so that Russia could expand into Samarkand.
And he sold the province to Taiping as well, I think, at some point.
Don't know.
Yeah, but he has Timurids now, so I guess he's...
Oh, with a Qing.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Qing appeared.
And
He
they have
actually has
yes,
pretty low
Western
autonomy.
Empire.
But he's still only making 40 ducats on his own, so that's tough. And over 700 death. And yeah, looks like the Africans are gonna win this giant battle. Yeah, the line is already breaking for the Italians. They don't have a full back row, and it's just getting worse and worse. And it's done. So that's good, because I think now the Africans really need some war score. Oh, they might stack wipe someone over here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, nice. 50k stack wipe for Tuscany. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
And the UR is trying yet again to push into the occupied France. And it's only Milan that's coming over there. Milan is... How strong is he? He has 1 point of morale less than the UAR, so it might be difficult, especially with lower numbers. And now Africans are pushing into mountain forts of Aragon. They're actually assaulting as well, which is the good move.
Oh, painful, but they probably get repelled as it currently stands.
No.
No,
Yeah,
no,
they-
from the assault. Oh, they got it. Surprised.
So now they're gonna be able to... looks like Tuscany is going for stab hits. Yep. UAR though has a lot of admin power banked, so I think they can hold it for quite a while.
Yeah.
And where's the... Actually, they can retake the war goal right now. And that would swing the war score in the back to the neutral ground.
How close?
much.
Oh, it's minus 79. Double assault.
And yeah, Carthage is immediately going for the war goal. Hanover is pretty much left alone with his 160k. Yeah, it's actually at minus 99, so France can peace out anytime he wants.
I'm paying 300 mana for ideas at the moment.
Once again?
I'm paying 300 mana for ideas at the moment.
Oh, damn.
Because I've 310.
Bureaucracy ideas. What even are they? Then morale, fire damage received. I guess they're not terrible.
The important part, they have the aristocratic policies, so I can get minus 10% cav cost.
Oh, okay, of course.
Miami is freaking expensive. So
I'm not sure why the France, North Jerusalem are pushing into the last provinces of Hanover. They could, I mean, they could end this war right now and focus back on the south. Oh yeah, now they finished it. And they took like 2 provinces. Yeah, took 2 provinces and released 1. So, like, Swabia could just eat it right now.
yeah.
And it looks like the war goal is not going to stay in African hands for long because the Italians are coming back with a vengeance. I mean, it was like
Doesn't it reset? I don't know how it exactly
45 death for France and a 23 release. I'm lucky apparently. Create the access. What?
Ooh.
But
And now he's watching you instead of well.
oh, halftime at football. Okay, I guess I'll drink to that. Yeah, almost finished. Hey, it's crap time.
Crap time?
Crap time. Still, you guys didn't notice everything that I added in the overlay. It's not just
The most important one is HEP. And
yeah,
as long as we have
fitting.
HEP.
I love how it actually fits every flag with the hub. It's amazing. Just always hub.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
just-
Tuscany did manage to defend Zaragoza, but they're actually kind of running out of space at this point. Because they lost the Teruel fort, they have as much provinces as they have stacked right now. Oh, and here come the French.
Yeah, that's probably an ugly pincer move for the Italians.
Yeah, it's additional 200k to the north. Like, and they might be able to win if they combine all of their strength versus the northern or the southern side. But at the meantime, they will lose 1 or 2 forts.
I can press a mission. Oh, I don't have the requirements fulfilled and I can press the mission. Whatever.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh, that's a lot of claims.
Indochina United. I didn't unite Indochina.
Aren't you gonna get like a whole bunch of missions because of this instantly? You'll get one.
No, not.
A 20 army tradition, that's a pretty good thing.
Yeah, I'm 91 at the moment.
Yeah, I think Italians are gonna eventually lose as well. The HRE bit a bit more than they could chew this time. Serbia did win somehow versus Russians, and Sweden did lose more land versus Livonia and Lubeck. But now, actually, I wonder what's gonna happen to Russia. Oh, Russia is now allied to HRE? Livonian Order, Poland and Genoa, but he just fought with Serbia. I'm not sure.
maybe it was like, okay, you win, you get that land, stuff.
Yeah, I guess Serbia only pieced out for 3 provinces. They're not really like the border looks okay, but it's not part of states. Not full states, at least. And yeah, France is retaking. He's retaking the Molten Fortress, which is the most important.
Is that one Tuscany war? Like, is Tuscany fighting against UR and France, or are those two separate wars?
Yep, it's a single war. Now that Hanover is out, France is only in one war. It's actually like, is it the last war going on in the water now? I think so.
I think.
Yeah, Arabia won versus Persia, taking additional chunk of Iraq.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the last one. The Italians are kind of not sure what to do, I think, at this moment, because...
Yeah, they get pincered. The problem is, like, as soon as France gets his land back and sieges down the snake from Milan, they're basically stuck in Iberia. And
yeah, that's what I was telling them, that it's not a good setup. Actually, I think they should have focused France a bit more, maybe, in this entire Iberia war. Try to get him out, because France wanted out, but they just didn't agree on the peace, and I think that was a mistake. Even without France, it's a tough war.
To say in...
Yeah, but I was actually saying that the land in Aragon is very hard to defend for HRE.
Yeah.
Because it's just not enough provinces. And the land connection is very, very
that's the issue.
narrow.
You can't reinforce as soon as France is in the war.
They are fighting some pretty good battles. I think they're gonna win them. Yeah, at the meantime they lose 1/4 though, which is... nah, they will be able to retake maybe something. If they retake Teruel, then their position will get much better. It's a very good fort for Aragon. And it secures the war goal as well. But France is pushing them. So that's tough. United States are invading Holland. No, Holland! The little AI who wanted to live.
Where's Holland? Oh, there's Holland.
Yeah, you know how Holland actually released to Americas?
No.
So when they in this giant GB and HRE war, Holland got released into provinces.
Yeah.
And everyone attacked Holland, like USA attacked and HRE allied them, so that was giant war.
Yeah.
So they occupied both of the provinces and they took them, but Holland managed to start a colony in Newfoundland, or actually in Acadia. So it instantly finished once they got occupied, and then there was Holland just colonizing all over North America. That's very
funny.
Unlucky siege for France in Auvergne. Why are the Americans here?
Why not?
Oh, they enforced peace, I think.
On whom? Oh,
I guess on Tuscany.
They should, if they just
did
it right now, they should have just accepted.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just accept. Yeah. United States just enforced peace, then they declined. I'm not sure why. White peace would be very nice for Tuscany at this point. Unless they somehow manage to get Poland on their side, I don't see them winning. Even with Poland, it would be very difficult.
The problem is Poland cannot just join, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he cannot enforce.
So...
yeah, but I'm really curious. Is Poland really going to be the great betrayer of the HRE? Because he's not doing anything. He got the land connection to Russia, but he's now allied to them, so he's would be truce breaking to take any land. Oh, it is white peace, I think.
Oh, no. Please don't tell me.
Yeah. Actually,
out the
no. Looks
troops.
like Tuscany took a single province.
Oh, it got stepped out probably.
Yeah, he got stepped out. They weren't fast enough. So I guess it was a good move not to accept enforce. I mean, one province or not, it's 20 death. It's something, and they still have a very good war goal on Zaragoza.
Yeah.
I guess they should have just pushed a bit more. And now it's immediately something starts. I think it's a fake war in the Americas. What's Incas giving up this time?
Oh yeah, Inca got the land back after.
Oh, it's a humiliation war. Never mind. So it's just...
After OG Inca quit. OG quit.
Yeah, Inca is decently big. He's actually making more money than Brazil. But they're both... I guess they're okay, but compared to Munster, which is an absolute monster, it's not that strong.
Yeah, Munster. He got everything for free up there. Is Florida dying? Or...
Yeah, Florida is just losing land to Great Britain over time.
But it's a player, right?
No, it's not a player since like 2 sessions.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that.
He left during the great exodus of the Western Europe.
Ah.
It's like Persia is sharing some Diplo. Yeah, stop hit it out. But that was expensive for everyone involved. Like, I think... I'm not sure how worth it was for France. Wait, is he bankrupt? No, I guess someone paid off his loans or something.
Holy smokes. Is he not the great power? No, he's not.
Nope.
So Jerusalem, maybe?
It's a fake war. I guess it's possible that it was... He sent gifts at least, so... He might have sent like 20k or something. Oh, apparently France was overextended from all the land he got from Netherlands as well, so he didn't want to take 100% from HRE.
Which makes
Did
sense.
get quite a bit of land, I think. It's like those two, that's 50 dev. And those two, which is another almost 50 dev, so 100 dev. I guess that's something. And he didn't lose anything for once. He still has all of his cores on Milan. And if like next time France actually gets an occasion to cut off Aragon, that would be huge. Jerusalem is making like what, 400 ducats, I think? Yeah, 440. It's, I think, the second richest nation still. Munster is coming close, but 40 ducats behind. Yeah, and Hong Kong is first by far.
Yeah, but... Oh gosh, he makes bank. 12k.
I think only Britain is in the 300s.
I have an interesting event open. You can't
Sorry,
see
once
it.
again?
I have an interesting event open. Either I gain 10 noble regiments, or I get 10% cav cost.
Oh. Oh, actually, Malaya is... he's mostly making money from Hong Kong, so...
Yeah.
Malaya is richer than UK at this point, but... he hasn't been doing that much, to be honest, lately.
Oh, there's an institution? I just realized I didn't embrace global trade yet.
Oh. I mean, you're not alone. There's Persia looks...
I took admin tech 4 years ahead of time because of overflowing, and I didn't realize I had like a 20% tech penalty.
Yeah, I mean, it's still 4K.
It's admin. How
Oh,
much money does Jerusalem make?
Russia is being attacked by the Chinese.
Yeah.
And I don't think Russia will be able to do anything. Unless Poland actually supports them. But Poland would really need to throw everything they have.
How good is Poland off? Or did he... He was involved in the France war, right?
No, he was not in any war this session.
Oh.
He has almost 300 force limit. And making almost 300 ducats. So I mean... but the problem is Russia is much weaker than last time he fought Taiping.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if they will be able to. It all depends on the Polish support. I mean, Hong Kong is making over 100k now, but it wasn't the case probably when the global trade started. It's been a while already. I can't see the date. Maybe over here. Nah. So maybe, I mean, the English channel still has 160 ducats. And I mean, at this point, Cape has 3 times as much, but it's 150 ducats in a trade now is not nothing. Livonian Order, Livonian Order is in this war as well, but he's not supporting. I mean, he has 70k troops. And his force limit is 81. He's actually at least doing okay on ideas, finishing his 5th group already. That's not bad. Yeah, the problem for Russia actually right now is they don't have any defensive position, like they don't have any force line. Any forts on good terrain as well. They have to actually win battles versus Taiping on even ground, which is not what you'd want, honestly. And Taiping is sending everything against Russia. He has 10k in bank as well. So he was preparing for a while for this war.
It's not about that he is preparing for the war, it's just like he gets so much money from Hong Kong.
I mean,
he
probably
can't
has still
really use
some
it
buildings
anymore.
to build, at least.
Yeah.
Like even if you're not getting much from manufacturers, that's still something. And he has one advisor who's not level 5, so clearly not playing efficiently. Oh, Taiping might be sniping a stack of Polish troops. Poland is actually using cavalry in all of their infantry stacks. Like 2 units.
I can 100% agree with that.
Yeah, I guess it's fine. But I don't think it really changes much. If you have free time to micro them, then it's fine. Okay, they do have a proper back row now, despite not starting in the best way, so it's a proper battle. Identical generals on both sides, so it's just who has a better and more numerous army. Oh, Russia and Poland are really going into this battle. They have 200k in reserve. Yeah, I think Chinese are gonna win this. Eventually. The Russians and Poles, I think, overstacked somewhat. There's still 200k Chinese in reserve. Actually more. There's more coming from when they came. And only 100k for the Eastern European Alliance. I guess just European alliance. In this
Yeah.
case. Oh, there's.
I mean, their quality is just so damn good from China.
I mean, like,
They have one morale more. They have 13 more.
they should be really comparing Poland to, and it's Russia. Oh yeah, Poland doesn't have that high morale. To be honest, his quality is not that great.
Yeah, he's like 7 discipline behind.
Like France at this point has like 7.5 morale, so it's not the highest in the game, but still. Yeah, I think they just the biggest thing is they overstacked in this battle.
I'm finally above 200 income. I did it.
Welcome to the club. I think most of the nations right now are over 200.
I'm piss poor.
I guess maybe not, because there's a lot of HRE princes who are below. And there's Sweden as well. Yeah, now let's see if Poland actually continues supporting Russia. Because if not, then it's GG. Ah, no, he's sending more troops. It's not really going... no, Poland is going over the force limit. So maybe they... Yeah, Poland has the same manpower as typing, so who knows? The problem is just lack of any defensive line. Losing just those two forts and all of those provinces are gonna get occupied by typing. And Spielberg is spending micro to occupy all of those provinces, which is definitely what you should be doing. And a lot of players actually just do not bother with occupying all of those defenseless provinces.
It's kind of free to do.
Yeah, but you need to select 1k stack and send them going, so I see a lot of people not actually doing this. GP is attacking Florida once again, and because Munster is still allied to Florida, so he avoids getting pirated. So this time, every time someone's attacking Florida, there's a war going on, player war. So I don't think there's a Japan?
Yeah, there's a Japan.
And Shimazu? Okay, so Japan is in the Kurils. And Shimazu exists in... Oh, in Jeju? Oh, Tsushima. Never mind, Jeju is in Korea.
So, where so starts?
Yeah, actually Poland is still fighting. I'm surprised after he kind of hang out while all of HRE was fighting. And I mean actually all of them. Like some of them actually had easier fights, like Livonian Order and Lubeck. And some of them won despite the odds being against them, like Serbia, but everyone actually fought. Moscow is now being sieged. Typing has 400k troops. And Russia is actually fielding more troops than Poland at the moment. But Poland will get additional 40k from reinforcements pretty soon. In about 3 months. Yeah, there's no good terrain. I guess Moscow has some crossings, but they're not perfect.
No, it's like you want.
Yeah, you want to
I'm
be.
still the believer that as Russia, you should have like one fort line about your important provinces, and otherwise just use the lack of forts to your advantage with all, flanking and that stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's one way of doing this, but it like not having any fort line. I don't think that's a good idea.
If you have like, there's so many provinces there, and such a huge area, you can't protect everything with forts. It's not really feasible.
I mean, you can. It's not like you would need that much more, like one here, one here, one here, and he's protected pretty much.
Did you answer the question for GOG? Why global trade spawned in English Channel?
Because I think at the time,
Yeah.
English Channel might have been richer.
That was before Hong Kong made all the trade deals and
Yeah,
trade chains.
Probably that's the reason.
And the English Channel had like 300 ducats in it.
Yeah, it was.
Instead of like 600 ducats, which has the Cape, I think, at the moment.
Cape has 450 last time I checked.
480.
Looks like. Oh, there's. What is this Polish general? 5-4, not that great.
5-4, not that great.
I mean,
Still
typing
like
has
with one.
5-6, so that's quite a bit better. Russia and Poland do have one more. They have like one, 2.5 of cannon stacks, and typing has 2. So I guess if they recruit like 15 more cannons, they could go for more sniping, but Moskva is scorched. There's a lot of wars going on right now. Oh, Nagpur is going after... oh, it's fake war, never mind. Byzantium is going after Persia, yeah. Yeah, Persia is not defended by anyone this time, so Byzantium is going to be expanding into that sweet Caucasus area. I guess he'll get some good forts this way. The line is not collapsing yet, but the morale for the European alliance is not looking too good. They will reinforce, and they are not overstacking this time. Actually, it's typing who might be overstacking. He might be too used to the giant Siberian provinces. Those provinces are not that big comparable. So let's see, right now there's 100k of Chinese in the reserve, while only 60k of Europeans. So this might be the chance. Timurids are an ally of... What? Aren't Timurids... Yeah, they're a vassal of Genoa, what's going on? Mewar is going after some of the Timurid land, so... Is this a fake war of some kind? It kind of looks like a fake war. I'm not sure what's going on. This battle I think was better for the Europeans. Taiping also has a crossing penalty, but I think there's too many Chinese. Like they have... actually there's this stack not doing anything, that would be pretty nice to have on the front line. But yeah, the last reinforcement stack of Poland is going in. And there's over 100k of Chinese sitting still. At this point, like, typing is getting pretty close to 50% of war score. They're trying their best, but... actually, like, typing has more troops than Poland and Russia combined, so... Maybe they're just not giving enough. Like the Poland is 35 over force limit, but he's still making like 100 ducats per month, so he could recruit a lot more troops, frankly. So I guess Poland is just not going all in on this war. Oh, France finally have their age ability. I don't think they had it during the war, which was one of the reasons they had some trouble fighting battles alone. Oh, Hong Kong is doing it. Hong Kong is going for Zoroastrianism. he wants to, because he's Confucian, he can actually harmonize them, and if he harmonizes Confucian, Zoroastrian, sorry, he gets plus 10% trade efficiency, I think. And he's at war with Persia already. What a Chad. And Russia uncomes to typing, yep. Maybe if Poland went really all in, they had a chance, but I actually am not sure. And yeah, typing takes Moscow. And he will be able to get a lot more land over time. Because Russia, I think, is in a very bad spot. Like, he probably will be attacked by Sweden again pretty soon. Oh, there's actually 10 years truce, so he still has time to bankrupt at least, but he might get truce broken, to be honest. There was what looks like some kind of war in HRE, but it just ended. Probably fake war of some kind. Actually, Byzantium is still not in the HRE. Yeah, there's not that many princes left. And 2 free elector spots, huh? And I think once Sweden, HRE, the Chinese start jumping on Russia, it's not gonna be long till he collapses. How many wars would it take? It's still over 1000%. But with the Chinese coming every 15 years and taking a whole bunch of land, there's not much he will be able to do, I think, to survive. And at this point, maybe Qing would be able to snipe all those provinces in Siberia. Yeah, that's always some dev. And typing actually goes all the way from the coast of the Pacific Ocean to the Arctic Ocean in the north, so he can completely block Russia off. Rest of Asia. Typing is huge. It's a tall boy. I suppose the last player war going on right now is Byzantium versus Persia, and Persia is trying his best. That's like equal numbers, but I'm pretty sure the Byzantine quality is way higher. He's already out of manpower. He did take all the loans available, which was a good move. These are some pretty good powers. Minus 20% local dev cost and minus 15% construction cost. That's some good abilities, actually. Yeah, like Byzantium is doing this as a side job. Yes, actually, fairly low amount of infantry. Couldn't he have like... No, his force limit is just 200. Damn, Byzantium is not that strong. I wonder, is it going to be now the time that HRE is going to be collapsing? Because they barely managed to force a peace in the African War. They lost to the French War. They are killing Sweden. But Sweden might be able to still bite, despite losing that much. He's still getting subsidies from United States and Brazil. Maybe not still, but again, he lost them for a while. I guess he will be able to field like 100k troops while going bankrupt at the same time. How is he doing when it comes to tech? He's okay on mill tech, and he has 4 idea groups, but he's going to actually run behind now that the 5th is available. Yeah, Lubeck and Livonian Order should in theory be able to win against him, but I mean, he's proven me wrong many times. He's bankrupt right now, so yeah, his morale is not really representative of what it will look like during an actual war. And yeah, Persian line is already collapsing. I don't think he even had the full cannon back row at the start of the battle. Oh, and that's... no, that's... If he actually is quick, he might be able to withdraw them. Oh, you got to go? Yep, okay, nice. And forced march as well. Arabia is flexing with his troops drilling on the border of Persia. The truce will last till 10 more years. How strong is Arabia at this point? 200k of force limit, almost 200k of income. I mean, it's not bad. Poland says that can take Novgorod land. Did one of the provinces just go to Novgorod? I'm not sure what happened. I guess a Qing war. Okay, yeah, so Qing is declaring war on Russia, and there's literally nothing anyone can do when it comes to... I guess what Russia could do is recruit some mercenaries in Siberia, but is he bankrupt? He is not, actually. Yeah, he can take a lot of loans, surprisingly. Probably because of revanchism. And when can I see that? Where was it? Oh yeah, 92% revanchism. Minus almost 1 interest per annum, which is pretty huge. And Qin declared that war, but he's not occupying any of the Siberian lands. I was thinking that he's gonna take those mostly, but I mean 20 death is not nothing. It's just everyone at war with Qing. Oh, and they gave up all of Siberia as well. So Qing is huge now. Not strong, but huge. Yeah, his income is not that impressive. Like, why is it so low? Is it because of the building? Oh, probably because he was just sacking everything. And yeah, and he also has no buildings, which is an issue as well. He's actually only manufacturing he just gained in the Russian lands. And yeah, Persia is losing mountain fort after mountain fort. He actually has none left now.
Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry. Yeah, I've seen you actually join the Discord.
Is there still some dobre cider?
Co?
Or, I don't know, the good cider?
Once again? Good what?
Is there still some good cider?
Yeah, I actually have half a glass left.
Alright, then this must be a... Oh, damn it.
Oh yeah.
Speed drinking. It's...
How did you do in like the meeting or something?
The what?
You had some call, right?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't wasn't a meeting or something, but I scheduled a call with a friend.
Okay.
It went well.
Nice.
We hadn't talked in over a year, and he casually dropped that he's now a Twitch streamer and he has 1,000 followers.
Wow. Yeah, I should have told him to promote me or something.
No.
Imagine having 1,000 followers.
I don't think there's much overlap between his viewers and yours. He's mostly streaming Smash.
Oh yeah, those guys are weird. Yeah, but there's been a lot of stuff happening. Like HRE actually lost wars for once.
Against whom?
They lost a bunch of land to France. They barely managed to stab hit the Africans for a single province in Iberia, but they were losing this war pretty much as well. They've got a... Actually, can I make you even louder, or are you already at 200%?
I'm probably already at 200%.
Yeah, you are.
It's my laptop. It doesn't
Oh,
work
yeah.
with Discord.
Serbia
Just
somehow won a war versus Russia, a 1v1. I'm not sure how that happened. But yeah, Russia was the boy to beat this session.
So who was? Oh, I see. Wait, is that Genoa?
No, that's typing. They're very similar. Like, those two provinces are actually not a different color.
Slightly. The typing is darker.
Depending on the shading, some provinces look more different than others.
I swear I didn't copy the Genoese color. I made it myself.
Yeah, if you zoom in, it's very hard to tell. Like on the zoom out, it's a bit better, but only slightly.
I wanted it to be like piss yellow. But
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, you don't exactly expect Genoa to be bordering typing.
Yeah, you don't exactly expect Genoa to survive.
Yeah, Genoa is thriving, I'd say. Now that Russia is dying, he can take all of this land for himself. He has vassalized Timurids, and Timurids have a lot of cores.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Well, Genoa into Timurids, I guess, or Persia.
It's only a matter of time before Genoa becomes the leading Asia power.
If only there weren't this Byzantium. What has Arabia done?
Arabia took a bunch of land from Persia in a fairly quick war.
Oh, so it actually happened.
Yep. And no one attacked Imerina despite player not being here and
Yeah,
not being
well,
protected because...
He did good deep blow.
I suppose. And Jerusalem was actually protecting France in the HRE war, so there was 500,000 Jerusalem troops.
Yeah, Jerusalem is like way above everyone else.
Yeah, Jerusalem is the top one nation probably, but that... Oh! Yeah, he's making trade deal with Hong Kong, and that's increasing your income by quite a bit. Then it's probably Munster, and I guess it's harder to tell.
Yeah, he
Who's
still
the-
hasn't formed Texas yet.
Sorry, once again?
He still hasn't formed Texas yet.
Yeah, I mean, he's not fighting in a war, so he's in no rush, I guess.
Well,
Congo, Alaska. Did he make this name himself, or is
no,
it actually...
the adjective for Hong Kong is Hong Kongo.
Seriously?
So it's the default name, basically.
Oh damn, that's nice.
Someone changed it, but I changed it back.
Oh yeah, good move. Hong Kongo. I'm not sure who would be the third. Maybe Fujian actually. It's a bit hard to say. Or Nagpur. Nagpur is actually quite poor, to be honest. Like the India, this campaign is not that strong.
So,
We had the Shan-Delhi war, and Delhi lost, but it was they were just fighting in this very narrow corridor of provinces for 5 years or something.
Did the cavalry actually work?
I mean, he says it worked, but at the end of the war he had no manpower, so he only had infantry mercenaries, so I'm not sure. Oh yeah, and Hong Kong is gaining Yazd. Somehow the Zoroastrians survived, and now he will harmonize them
he's
for...
harmonizing.
Yep. Oh, Byzantium is going for the border gore, unfortunately. That's really ugly there. And I guess he's not really cutting anything off, he's just preventing Arabia from cutting Byzantium off. Oh, and Serbia is going for some provinces as well. And he can actually take them because of this province.
It's so weird.
Mewar is going to take his cut as well. Yeah, it's a bad time to be Persia. Genoa? What? It's actually Genoese and Serbian war.
Reconquest?
Yeah. Let's see, can Serbia actually defend himself against... can Persia defend himself against Genoese? Because he stands no chance versus Mewar. That's for sure. Ah, there's 60k Serbian troops. It might be difficult. I don't think we're gonna get another world war starting in this session. Let's see the French truces. It's 3 more years for Swabia, 6 for Netherlands, and 5 for the Italians.
So who was in the HRE France war?
There were 2 wars. There was the northern one. It was Hanover, Swabia, and Austria versus France. Also in this war there were British, the United States, and Jerusalem. And there was a southern war where was Milan, Byzantium, Tuscany, and Netherlands versus UAR, Brazil, Carthage, and France. So it was a bit of a mess.
Poland did nothing?
Yeah, Poland did nothing all session except at the very end he defended Russia from Taiping for a while, but you can see how it's actually called New Beijing. Actually, I think he renamed it himself, which is something he shouldn't be doing, but okay. It didn't break the save yet, so... I mean, Serbia did rename all of those provinces, but...
Is Novgorod a Livonian vassal?
No, it's the Swedish vassal. Sweden won a war versus Russia because Russia was bankrupt
Sweden
at the
still
time.
playing?
Yeah,
Oh.
and Qing as well.
I mean, Qing playing isn't that surprising. Vijayanagar never showed up or left?
He showed up, but after he got defeated by Kradiax, he left. So it's, I guess, free right now.
Who is that? Hong Kong in Sri Lanka?
Sorry, once again?
Is that Hong Kong in Sri Lanka?
Yeah, of course.
Ceylon?
Of course it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Port. There's a lot of trade in Cape of Good Hope. A lot.
So it seems. And it's not even fully colonized.
Oh yeah, it's not. Which is actually kind of surprising. What goods can you find in this area?
Almost.
It's here, okay. I guess there's a small chance of gold. And non-zero, 16% in this one. That's something that's worth rerolling the colony over, I think.
I think I take the livestock.
Sure.
How did I guess, Serbia has access to Byzantium.
Yeah.
But he should cancel that right now to guarantee the stack wipe. Not that I think Persia is gonna get out of there, but...
Yeah, it's like the they're getting attacked from every side at this point.
I mean, it's a miracle it even got to live this long.
Yeah, that's true. He was recovering, starting his 5th idea group. Yeah, this point is just mostly about the sieges. I mean, yeah, even if he's full army and on the Mountain Fort, I don't think he can win against the Serbians. Serbians are actually pretty good. They somehow managed to win against the Russians despite being outnumbered.
I don't 100% understand what Bob wants with the Persian node without owning either Aleppo or Astrakhan, Crimea. But maybe he has some trade deal with Genoa.
I don't think it's about the trade nodes at this point. It's just like Genoa is going after land because he can, and I guess Serbia is just helping him.
Oh, for Genoa it makes total sense. Like, if he can gain enough power, he can even.
Where is even the Genoese? Genoese home node is still in Genoa, so. Yeah, actually, he would be making war in Astrakhan at this point.
Probably.
Pretty sure.
I mean, most of the money he's steering from there is ending up in Venice, probably.
Yeah. Maybe like half of it because it gets split in Crimea.
No,
But actually,
it goes into Ragusa.
Oh yeah, a bit of it is going. What? Oh yeah. Yeah. It kinda sucks when we get the last half an hour without any big wars, because then nothing is gonna start, and then it's just a waiting game for some sieges.
What is that notification for Persia? Next to the idea.
The one that looks like a giant crab holding a gun.
Oh, it's a gun.
Yeah, I don't know how it came there. It looks like low crown land to me. Yeah, even despite getting a actually.
Oh, they're gonna win. Persia's gonna win a battle.
Yeah, at mine. Wait, Serbia has very low morale, like below 5. That's and a -3. I mean, if the 40k Genoese actually bothered to help them, then they would have won. But I guess they have their priorities in Shirvan.
The province is scorched as well, probably.
Nope. Does feel like it takes them a long time to get there, but they made it finally.
Yeah, probably gonna get stack wiped.
Yeah, and let's.
Oh, they made it in. Oh, that might actually still do something because both front lines broke.
Yeah, both lines are breaking, but I think Serbians are losing because of the -3. Barely, but yeah.
Yeah. They would have had to have got rules. And wait, they even have less discipline.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on
How
with
do you
Serbia.
get 15%? Wait. Can you show that Serbian national ideas? I don't remember.
I think they're pretty good.
No.
I mean, the cavalry stuff is not great, but they're not horrible.
Alright, yeah. But they don't have discipline.
What's going on? There's a lot of wars. What?
Jerusalem.
Aggression
France,
on
Inca.
Brazil.
What?
I think it's a fake war. Yeah, best income is Hong Kong. By far.
Wait. Can you show it again? The war.
It's aggression on Brazil.
Oh yeah, never mind. And Jerusalem alone almost has as many troops as the other ones combined.
Yeah, like he has easily over 500,000. And he's not even over the force limit. What's going on? Maybe it's some kind of a crusade bonus? Right?
Who is the crusade target?
So many modifiers then.
Why would you take world boards?
I guess he just likes his naval tradition. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that war. Like, there's nothing going on.
Shall I get him for an interview?
I mean, we'll find anyway because the session is ending. Oh, now they're going for round 2, and this time... Oh yeah, they didn't finish the siege even, so...
Yeah, but this time there's enough
Yeah.
for the Genoese side.
Persia has no cannons, so that's a problem.
Mhm. That's been the theme throughout the entire war so far.
And
Either
War
army's
actually
not
only has... War doesn't have that much war score from taking all of this land, but once Genoa pieces out, then...
Does he have the war goal? He does.
He has like 80 with the war goal. 85. And Genoa still doesn't have the war goal actually.
There's oh, Mewar just lost it, or what? Oh, never mind.
It's controlled by Byzantium. Oops. Yeah, that's awkward. I guess if they could somehow get Byzantium to join their side, then they would get taken war score, but I'm not sure. It will be difficult. They are the attacking side. Yeah, and Genoa is...
Mewar peace out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Khorasan is a vassal of Mewar.
Yep. Mostly Kors to Khorasan and a few provinces in the mountains.
So Mewar is escaping west from Nagpur.
Yeah. I think if Mewar properly committed, he would have won versus Nagpur, but I mean, Kradiak is pretty good in this game, so it's tough.
Well, alright, he is reasonably good. Especially.
Yeah, who's Bono Bomong? He might be a first timer in this campaign.
Is he a sub?
I don't really recall him.
I don't know. It could be just a case of different Discord and Steam name.
Yeah, let's see who is he on Discord.
Like on Discord, it's Ani Mewar. It's his first real campaign.
Yeah. Okay.
For a first real campaign, it's pretty good.
Yeah, sure.
He, I talked with him a few sentences, and he did say he played a multiplayer campaign on the Paradox server, but
on the Paradox server, so like the official one or what?
Yeah, one of those two, either the subreddit or the official one.
No, I never really knew they were playing.
Well, they do. And like, I'm not allowed. I'm too good. And he said that it doesn't really count that much because he was playing like Timurids and no one was playing in India, so he was basically playing single player. And then
the old way of putting everyone in Europe, and then once someone dies, they put him in India, so they're just playing single player and just overgrowing. Yeah, that's the great way to organize.
And then the campaign ended in like 1550 because the host couldn't play anymore and no one else wanted to host. So he never had a player war or anything. So this
Yeah,
is
he did
basically
fight a few
real-
player wars versus the Timurids.
Yeah. Now, like this campaign basically was his real first multiplayer campaign because he didn't really have player interaction before.
Yeah. It probably kind of sucked to fight against Nagpur together with Vijay and lose every single land battle. I think at the end he won a few, but
I mean, the issue is, of course, a logistical one.
I mean, like, I think on paper, now that the Nagpur took a few provinces, he might be stronger, but it used to be that Mewar should be stronger alone versus Nagpur, and there was also Vijay. But they actually,
Right.
despite Vijay getting across Nagpur, they still attacked from two angles, so Nagpur
Oh,
just
no.
skipped. Yeah.
How did he get across?
He just sniped the fort over here. While Nagpur was sieging in the down south.
That's like the wrong. Goddamn. You have to go west. Like that's way too long of a march.
Yeah, I mean, the war was going for quite a while. Vijay was trying to
Yeah.
defend himself for a while, but of course that didn't really work out.
Yeah.
No, honestly, like, they should have just moved by transport to Mewar ASAP because they had the naval supremacy, but they didn't, unfortunately.
Yeah, experience. Can't underestimate it. Can't undervalue it. Experience doesn't matter as much in early game, but the more
Yeah.
the game progresses.
In the early game, it's much more even ground. Or maybe just not even, but about just
Numbers.
how your country started and what was your diplo.
Yeah. Oh, Persia's bankrupt.
Yep.
Well, no reason
What's
to.
this? Okay, Jerusalem put all of his troops.
Maybe he reorganized his armies to the new comet width. He's not, or maybe he wanted to drill, and then he was told it's not allowed.
Maybe.
The war's still going. Oh, I know what the war's for. It's for court and country.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now that's the yep. And
Honor.
yeah, he got the war exhaustion from the attrition.
Yeah. Yeah. And interestingly enough, Persia has negative max absolutism.
Negative max. I think, yeah, actually, Francis said negative, but not negative max. I guess -1.
What?
Minus 35. So he is above his maximum by quite a bit, actually. Wait, so
yeah.
I
Can
was
go
pretty
into
sure that
negative?
at some point France was at -10 absolutism.
So you actually lose discipline and stuff.
I don't know, because now that I don't think it's supposed to go at -10. Too bad I didn't check at the time, but
France is also not supposed to go theocracy.
yeah, his first leader was his leader is still Bonaparte. Nice. A 6 military as well.
Fitting.
Oh, Serbia is
Also,
actually
Zero
taking
and
this land.
Diplo, also kind of fitting. Nah, Napoleon was pretty good diplomat. And it all went to Serbia? Weird.
Yeah, like what?
Not
I
even.
guess the HRU people just really love their border gore.
Yeah.
Texas is a thing. Oh,
Oh,
Texas has a
finally.
nice color. Damn, that's sweet.
Yep. And
Right, reminds
nice
me of
national
the the Aztec nation somewhere around here next to Aztecs.
Tarascan.
Yeah, Tarascan. That's pretty nice as well.
Yeah, they also have. They have unique ideas.
Yeah, yeah.
Tarascan. They're very good for single player and very trash for multiplayer. Like years of separatism and coring cost and shit like that. Oh, sorry for cursing. Christian
Totally.
stream. Polish Catholic Christian stream.
Nah, I think like it doesn't matter cursing.
This is the weird alliance net web.
Yeah, I think most of the HRE alliances are based to, you know, apply the Emperor rule.
Oh no, the French fort setup.
I mean, it's kind of because he took all the fort provinces from the HRE, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything. Wait.
Yeah, like this used to be HRE, this HRE, this HRE. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, some of those are fine, but just delete. So
He just loves his forts, man. Let the man have his forts. We still have 90k US Marines sitting in Britain, by the way.
You can't say US Marines.
Why not? They landed, they
yeah,
made a
but-
D-Day. I mean, it's much easier to do when it's unopposed, but still.
I'm a retard, and I immediately think of Ram Ranch. 18 US Marines.
Portugal is still alive somehow, despite not having any truces with anyone. I'm not sure why Brazil just doesn't kill them, but okay.
Maybe for colonizing or something, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, they actually do have some colonies, but I don't think they can actually make any more.
Or maybe
Yeah, all their
just
colonists are sitting.
So what did USA? Okay, I see.
Qing was formed by Manchu, of course, who are still struggling, but I guess you can say they're thriving compared to what they were doing a couple of sessions ago, because they have autonomy below 20%, which is much less than 99.9%.
That's actually a reasonable amount.
Yeah. Only 6 corruption.
Also reason? No, that's not.
Wait, is he the emperor? He is the emperor of China, by the way.
Yeah, you have to become Qing.
I guess during the entire time PRC was the emperor or something.
Yeah, no, wait, was there a PRC?
Yeah, PRC was sitting in Korea. At
Oh
the
yeah,
beginning of
right.
the session.
When Spielberg was reigning, we made PRC the emperor again, and
Make PRC the emperor again.
and typing the
I think the
theocracy.
Polish corridor is. No, it's been Polish for a while.
Polish corridor is somewhere else.
I know, but it's a different kind of corridor.
Curious that no one has attempted to form Prussia yet.
I mean, like, as a Poland, is it really worth it to become Russia?
Is Poland? Yes.
At this site, when you're not really benefiting that much from the government.
I mean, you are.
And Lubeck probably wants to keep his trade ideas, and I guess Livonian Order should go for it.
Yeah. But Devonian Order might also wait.
Where's the
You probably can already from Courland, right?
I think not. There was something that prevented him from.
Oh right. he's
Yeah,
Livonian.
religion.
Wait, religion? Is
Yes,
he
he's Catholic because he's the monastic order still. Yep.
But that doesn't prevent you from switching religion.
Oh yeah, it doesn't. So he just likes.
I mean, Catholic is
Catholic.
pretty good.
Yeah, Incas are
And
Catholic.
Livonian ideas are probably better than.
Oh damn, Incas are actually finishing their converting spree.
Oh, Inca is Catholic.
Yep.
While admirable, what a waste.
What would you prefer them to stay Inti or just go Protestant?
Yes, of course.
You think Inti is better than the current Catholic?
Maybe not. I have to check. I've never played.
Oh
an
god,
empty
those
country.
borders. Like, it's fine here, but this thing here is just the worst. Oh god. Yeah, but Inca didn't double their income yet, so it's supposed to happen this session.
It's close. I would say Inti.
He was 180, I think, at the start.
Like Inti gives 10% morale and 10% manpower recovery. That's not too shabby either.
Yeah, like for a time it's better as well because you get the colonist, but at this point the colonist doesn't really matter much.
Yeah. Also, it's a diplomatic boon. Does he have cardinals?
Not yet.
Well, then it's not really worth it.
Yeah, there's a lot of them in Europe.
Speaking of,
And a few in Congo.
I didn't know that in 130 you can assign cardinals outside of Europe.
Oh, that's why you gave that.
Yeah, and now I want to change the modifier for next campaign so that it's only active if you don't have cardinals.
Well, if your starting economy was 140 ducats Inca, then it's close to doubling it. I'm not sure if you really need to continue the maintenance of armies at full end fleets.
I mean, the fleets don't cost anything.
I mean, he's spending 10 ducats, so he has a few heavies if I remember correctly.
Why?
Also,
Who is gonna navally invade him that doesn't have a colony already?
yeah, he said that he wants those heavies in case he wants to move his troops to Europe and he doesn't get sniped by like light ships.
Yeah, but
Which I guess is the point.
transports are very durable actually. But I guess.
Yeah, I think we'll get a new war at the very start of the next session.
I hope Tuscany wins.
Tuscany, like, if they had this problem with France pushing from the north and the Africans pushing from the south, and they just didn't have enough space to get enough troops.
You have to peace out France.
Yeah, and actually the weird thing is, while France was fighting both the northern and southern HRE, they wanted to peace out, but the Italians just didn't want to. And, well, then France won in the north, and they came back south. And it was a bit too late to peace out.
I guess they were greedy.
Yeah. I mean, USA even joined the war by enforced peace. At the time, the Tuscany was already losing.
He did say so before the session that that's his new goal for the campaign. Just enforce peace on everyone and spread salt.
Yeah, I mean, he was mostly enforcing on HRE in this session.
Yeah.
Didn't really send his Marines anywhere else.
In one point, questionable because, like, you're not supposed to hold.
I mean, the US was already fighting HRE before.
Yeah, you're not supposed to hold grudges, but on the other hand, USA on Thunder was already fighting.
Yeah, so it's not really. He's continuing the previous player policy
But
or
usually, I hate it when players take over another country and then completely reverse the diplomacy.
Yeah, it's good for the like to switch things around a bit. But in case of US, who else is he going to fight? Like, he's not gonna fight Texas because Texas would just smash him, and he needs to be on the side of GB if he wants to get anywhere navally. And GB is allied to France.
That's why he's irrelevant, because he can't get anywhere himself.
Yeah, he doesn't even have that many transports, to be honest. 60.
But these countless sessions of stagnation for the HRE are also making them less relevant every time.
Yeah, and it hurts a lot that Poland was not really fighting in those wars. And Poland is the strongest.
I guess alliance rules.
I mean, they probably could have set it up otherwise, like have Poland instead of Swabia fighting France. Or even Netherlands.
Swabia was probably the one wanting stuff from France.
Yeah, but France is still big and strong, so maybe later.
But I mean, yes, it is.
Sweden is still thriving somehow. It's slowly becoming more of a Finland, but if like probably everyone is gonna start attacking Russia. I'm actually not sure if his alliance with Livonian Order and Poland stays. Poland did defend him for a while. Oh, we're actually finishing already. It's GG. The end of the session, I guess, just wasn't that bombastic, but the first half was pretty good.
And in the last hour, you had me.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, there's the people were constantly changing. At the beginning, there was Incas, then the cattle showed up for a while, and then you. So yeah, everyone just came in to give their opinion and stuff on it.
I just wanted to share a drink with you.
Yeah, nice.
This
Let's
channel
finish
does
the
not
drink.
condone alcoholism. Drink responsibly. I am up to 2,220 nulls. Again.
Yeah, sorry, once again.
I'm up to 2,220 nulls again.
Damn, you could donate 2,002 waifus then.
No, reject waifus.
Yeah, actually it won't matter now because no one reached the goal this session, so it's just gonna reset and everyone will get back their nulls.
Exactly. Wait, they're getting their nulls back?
Yeah, if you don't reach the goal, you get the nulls back.
So I could just donate now. I'm gonna test it.
Yeah, I mean you'll just get them back.
Yeah,
I think that's how it works.
I'm trusting you.
Yeah, but actually the thing needs to time out in 24 hours.
Oh, there it is. I can actually subscribe to you.
Oh.
Hello there.
Hello there. I mean there's not much happening at the end of the session, so people don't have that much to come out.
Damn, a lot of people already left the voice channels.
Yeah, like half of the people are in HRE and they're sitting in their server Discord, so that's not really representative. Yeah, they're actually still sitting there. Let's see what they come up for the next session, because right now it's not really looking that great for HRE, but maybe if they get Jerusalem, not to crusade the HRE again, maybe they have a chance.
Greedy sent the wrong scanner bag.
What a scanner bag.
What else?
No,
I
it's
don't know.
it's
No,
he didn't send scanner bag yet, I think.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, it's just a save.
Oh,
Okay. GG guys. See you next week. I don't think
GG.
Yeah.
I have. Oh, actually, I might not be here next week, depending on how fast I get back home. I will be traveling on Sunday, but maybe I'll be on time, so we'll see. But yeah.
Okay.
Safe travels.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
GG.
Safe travels.
See
Bye.
you next week.
Guilty.